It's Olympics Day. It is Olympics Day. Welcome to it. It officially starts today. Yesterday was softball. Didn't really know some of the other stuff that was going on. A little bit of ladies football, but today's real. As far as I'm concerned, Olympics start today. Spain's team are loaded. It is the MKT Show. We'll talk about that. It's a sports show. Plenty to do today. We're going to talk Springboks. We're going to talk a little bit of Madison, a bit of Arsenal. And we have a guest today. Big guest. Former Bulls dynasty member when they were steamrolling the Southern Hemisphere and indeed World Rugby. And former Springbok. Second Springbok in the family, of course. The Flip version, of course, the copy of Flippy. We're really looking forward to having Flip Funamova. By the way, the smallest guy in his family at about 198. And the rugby weight about 120 kg. Smallest guy in his family. It's a crying shame. It is a crying shame. Must be so sad. 120 kilograms, smallest guy in your family. Bornwell meat was cheap. Super smart guy as well. You find out a bit more about him. Really looking forward to catching up with him. But plenty to get to, so we're going to get straight into it. I'm MKT, by the way. Show named after me. Feels amazing. I'm not alone, though. I do have James Jimbo Illingsley with me. He didn't comb his hair today. Jimbo, let's talk through it, pal.
I did, didn't I?
No, it's not on fleek.
Is it dying again?
Yeah.
I think it's just getting too long.
Oh, dear.
I think that's where we are.
So what, did you do the wax thing this morning?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's the problem. You usually do the wax thing and it holds it in.
Not when it's this length. Like when it's this length, I don't really have to do the wax thing.
Because it just...
Yeah, it just kind of sits.
Oh, so now it's just that 18-year-old who still lives at home but comes home at any time kind of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, talk me through what are we thinking? Haircut or just live a little?
At some point, once I realize, or sort of, get my life in order in my head, I feel like this week I've just run around like a headless chicken.
Yeah.
So once I get my life in, like even this morning, the fact that we had a show, I was just like, I had so much going on, and there was this thing and that thing, and yeah. So when it happens, I guess at this point,
you know what you need is an assistant. You should take half your salary and get an assistant. It sounds like you're struggling with sort of setting a schedule. You're going through some stuff there, a bit of admin stuff, Maybe
I think the timing of everything today was just off.
Yeah. Well, if you had an assistant, you would have got you a boom, boom, boom. You would have sat down in a closed office and just, smashed it out. That's what you need. Everyone needs nobody gives enough credit to the assistants. Everybody says, like a good admin person. That's why in some companies, operations people are paid more than the CEO. Because operations is a hell of a beast.
Yeah,
just to because people don't think of time. They're just like, I'm just going to do stuff, Like you should... Like the top guys, once a month I sit with somebody who has their day broken up into half an hour every day. Like that's another level, right? Like I'm still not there. There's no way, and I don't know if I'll ever get there. But so you need a good assistant, James. Is this you crying out for?
I need a good assistant and a good nap.
Yeah. Your life's hard. That's what's happening here.
But outside of that, I'm good.
Outside of your life being just pure murder in the northern suburbs of Johannesburg. All right, Jimbo.
It has been a stressful week.
Murderer's row.
But we get there. We're getting there.
You grow from this, right?
Look, I'm hoping to.
When was the last time you saw your loved one, hey? It's been a while. I mean, she lives in a different province. As your people might say, Doringon, hey, James? Oh, you never heard that term because you're not a real Afrikaans guy. Ugh. Very, very northern suburbs. Very far. Very far. She lives very far in a different province. Those who don't know, to our international listeners, Gauteng has basically been given the leper treatment. We have been told, stay away from us and we'll stay away from you. So we can't go anywhere. Can people come in here?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, do you know what? I don't mind that. I don't mind we can't come to your house, but you can't come to our house. That's fine. I would have been mad if people can...
Just do
While
what they
out.
want. Yeah, nah, that'd be unfair. They'll be like, what is this, free for all?
Yeah, because I don't mind if people are like, I don't want you at my house. Cool. As long as you understand, just because I'm friends with your girlfriend's best friend, you know what I mean? So you think you're going to come to a party at my house, but I'm not allowed at your house. That ain't going to fly. Not in my world.
It's not fly like a white guy.
Offspring.
Sure.
It's a long time. No, that's where the song's from. You didn't know that.
Every time someone says fly, that's just the first thing my mind goes to.
The Offspring. Who would have thought? You like the Offspring?
He wasn't.
No, it's just a general saying. I know what's happened here. But did you know that it was the Offspring?
No.
Yeah, but
Alright.
how do you expect him to know? He was born like yesterday, bro.
I know the Beatles. I know who Marvin
But you're a
Gaye
man
is.
of culture.
No, James, that's a shot. I mean, that is a direct shot at James. I mean,
No, it's not a direct shot at James. James doesn't know Stellenbosch Roads. I'm still there.
yeah.
So you expect him to know who Marvin Gaye is? Come on.
I
Okay.
do know who that is, first of all. And second, I'm just vibing, dude.
Okay. you
Vibes.
see it. Vibes, bro.
It's
It's
just
vibes.
So that voice you're hearing is St. David's favourite son. Now integrating into the team, slowly. First season in the Premier League. Got to just Senzo Sitebo. What's happening with you, pal?
Nothing much, man. I'm good, man. I'm good.
You seem sprightly today. You seem at it.
Nah, well, you had my cup of coffee, you
Good.
know.
Yeah.
It wasn't rushed. It was, actually got to enjoy it
Yeah.
and savor it. So, yeah.
A good night's sleep last night. I mean,
Can't complain.
it's a big part of being up for it, it's getting good night's sleep.
Mm.
Well, that's good. It means you're not riddled by debt or you aren't, I don't know, siphoning money from your parents. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like, because you could be into stuff and selling your, I don't know,
Hoarding
your
things.
like stealing your mom's earrings to sell them for the hookup. You know what I mean? Like if you're on drugs, you'll sell your parents' stuff for anything.
Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, hoarding things like, selling off assets like your MC Hammer or Michael Jackson. So, like, yeah.
Well, hey, now that we're on that, it must be a different world. Do you know anyone, James, who's in a relationship with a drug addict?
No.
Like that. Imagine being in a relationship where just like you come home and if you're a lady and you have like a family heirloom and it's like real diamond earrings, like you think one is gone, but you're never sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine that being your life, like stuff like slowly disappearing from your house, and you know how we are with people we love. We just like, nah, surely not. Imagine being the partner of a drug addict.
I feel like you've always got to watch your back, and I don't like that.
But do you think we know? Like, I hate to use this old example because people never see when their partners are cheating on them, right? When there is signs.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you always overlook, if you love somebody, you always overlook things that are,
Yeah.
for the rest of us are like, hello, hey. Yeah, being in a relationship with a drug addict must be.
It can't be the easiest thing in the world.
What do you think?
Or a gambler. Any addict,
True.
Any addict. Gambling addict. Imagine being in a relationship with a gambling addict.
A family member of mine is in a relationship with a gambling addict, and it came out.
Yeah, because
She found out eventually, and
how though.
There's
Was
like-
she looking at do they have joint bank account or what? Like,
yeah,
how
I
did that happen?
as with anything to do with the truth, is you can only hide it for so long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oof, yeah, that's tough. Drug addict, gambling. Do you know any gambling addict? Have you ever known a gambling addict, or what else is there? Like,
Alcoholics.
so I'm workaholic, I would say.
But that's not a bad thing though.
No, but it doesn't affect anybody else,
Well, unless you're in a relationship with someone else, you never give them
No,
their
which
time.
is why I'm
Exactly.
yeah. So no need to worry there. I mean, it'll erode your social relationships, but gambling addict, that's pretty bad because you're lying to people and you're spending the kids' school fees money,
Yeah.
and then once it's revealed, it's never the type of hole a gambling addict gets into. It's never like, okay, it's just a month school fees. It's always going to be like 3 years school fees gone already, Ugh. Do you know any gambling addict?
I don't. I did used to go gambling every now and then, but not go in there and drop 2K or whatever. Honestly, I'd go in with one of my mates. We'd drop in I think max $200 did.
So it's $20 give or take if you are. Yeah. So that was. And would you go after a big night out, or would you sometimes just go Thursday's poker night, $200? You just draw the cash, and that's what you're using.
No, we'd sort of make plans to do it and be like, cool. So Thursday, let's go to that place, and then we'll go for dinner, and then we'll gamble for a bit and have a beer.
How do
or
you
whatever.
eat after you've lost so much money?
I mean, we're not gambling.
You're not delinquents.
Yeah, we're relatively good at knowing when to actually walk away and like.
How do you set the limit though? Do you say if we lose $200, it's over?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that.
And it's always with the same person. So like we always have this like same sort of agreement.
There was a stage where every guy thought it was cool to play poker. Did you ever get caught up in the like I've never understood that as a way of socializing with my mates. Like guys are so into it. Like, do you play poker, bro? No, I don't. It's flippin' boring.
It's fun, but
It's fun, but like some people think because you play poker, that's how you read people's character.
Yeah.
Because some people, poker, you don't really play the cards, you play the man. So
Okay.
yeah.
Did you ever get into it?
Yeah, socially, but like I wasn't like every time, let's go play poker. I'm not like obsessed, but I'll play for kicks and giggles because also, I mean, it's really just what it is. It really is just a big piss up.
So, but Oaks were doing it like every Friday. Like it's a poker night. We have poker night every Friday. I never got into it. Like
I
so
knew
boring.
a group of guys that would on a weekend they would say, okay, cool, like no girlfriends allowed. It's a guys' night, and then like they would like suit up and then do the whole.
I think they James Bond and stuff.
But is that every weekend? Are you saying?
Yeah, it was every weekend.
Every weekend.
Yeah. It was like it's a night for the boys, and yeah.
Although I can get with the night for the boys thing, I think people shouldn't become one blob. There's nothing worse than couples that it's them all the time. Like whether I'm friends with the guy or the girl, they're still an individual, and also I'm just talking from a single person's point of view. I'm not friends with both of you. Like we all know in every dynamic is I'm friends with your partner. Why are you always here? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's never made sense to me. Like, I do know some people, and I will stop seeing people, like, his girlfriend always needs to be there, or her boyfriend always needs to be there. I'm out. No, thank you.
So you don't like hanging out with people that are, like, I don't want to use the word, like, codependent, but, like, if Richard's
no, you've
there,
nailed it.
Lynn has to be there, too.
No. Like, people, you know which people I can't stand? Is we're coming.
Me. Oh.
No, I don't.
But the thing is, I say this as well because, like, my friends don't have to be your friends. Like, you had your own life before.
I agree. Dude.
You are part of my life. You are not my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not crazy.
No, you're not crazy at all.
We're coming. Who's we? I want to have coffee with you. Like, whoever you are, my friend. I've got no problem with your partner, right? And by the way, I'm the type of person who addresses it as well. I'm like, dude, or. And it's never just guys. It's
not a plus one. It's not a wedding.
Yeah, and not all the time. Like I understand this person's a part of your life. What are we doing? Is this what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Like, because I'm big on sometimes as a dude.
Yeah.
And I am what I am. Sometimes I just want to hang out with dudes and talk about football and be a dude.
Yeah, dude stuff is good.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a skull and bones. All right, how do we crush the women thing? I'm not into that.
For sure.
I'm also not into like the guys versus the girls thing. But I do like that. Get the lads together, have a laugh. The lads will be lads. 2 hours, 3 hours. All right, everyone go home.
Yeah, but it's also healthy, like to have your own life outside of your relationship. Because I know this one couple at varsity. They went to lectures together. They sat next to each other in the lecture. They had lunch together.
No,
they went home together. They did everything together. I'm just like, don't you guys get sick of each other? And now I can't even ask you how your day was because you were there for every second of it. How was your day? No, you were there.
Babe, how was your wee?
I mean, that's the only time you don't see each other.
Allegedly, you don't even know that.
Exactly.
Because there are some sick couples I've heard that pee in whatever with the door open.
Oh, hell no.
Wait, what?
You don't know of this?
Wait, what do you mean pee in whatever with the door open?
Us normal people, when you go into the toilet, you close.
Most of the time, yeah.
So now they just free will. Yeah,
people are talking while they...
Yeah, look at me, baby. Like, no, please, just go finish that.
No, these people exist, James. I'm telling you about... Okay, so I'm not crazy.
No,
like
you're not,
because I'm starting to feel... And it's tough because, look, I'm 35. Mm-hmm. Most of my friends are not sort of... okay, some of them are workaholics, but they're not psychopaths who, like me, just... Like, I'm happy on my own. I don't... no couple, whatever. I'm happy on my own.
Life goes on.
But most people that are in my friendship circle are in relationships. So it's tough, but the ones I do see, it's because I know I've got that flexibility. It's like, it doesn't, and it's also people that use their brains. Like, they're not always going to bring their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because they like, you read the room
they
as
can
well.
they can gauge the situation.
You know what I'm,
I even think like those kind of people also like want a break from like
I
seeing
see what you're saying.
their significant other and like just do the friends night or that kind of vibe. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But because I know what the accusation always becomes. It's like, it's because he's not in a relationship.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I hear
then
that all the time.
now the girls look at you like
I'm the bad guy.
like you're the bad influence.
I'm like, what are you talking about? In fact, I never ever talk about other people's girlfriends. Like, I'm not in that world. Like, sorry, sweetie.
That's actually a good thing. Yeah,
I don't think about you. Like, I'm not your friend.
exactly.
I'm your friend through this person.
But like,
I happen to just tolerate you.
Because
yeah.
you're a good guy. Because do you know what that does? Because now if you do everything with your girlfriend now whenever the girlfriend's gonna think you are their friend, and like now they're gonna be coming to you. Do you know where this guy is? Like, hey.
Dude, I need to tell you, you're joking, right? So, but I'm caught in situations where I'm so close with people that I'm now trapped in that situation. There's two people in my life. Luckily, their ladies are just understanding grown-ups, you know? Having said that, however, what you've just brought up is an incredible point, because I have a mate who so he went and found a side plate a while ago.
Oh, okay.
So this relationship is long, like 8 years.
Yeah.
More. Maybe more, maybe less, but at least 8 years. So that happened before. And he told me.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, come to my house. We need to sort some stuff out. Because I can't remember, I was in Cape Town or PE then. Anyway. So I said to the guy, don't tell me that stuff.
Yeah, because now you're an accomplice now.
I don't want to be in it. Like, I choose, if I'm a bachelor, I'm choosing that because I want to reduce any stress in my personal life right down. I don't want to think about other people, right? If you're my mate, you're on board, you're keeping me accountable, that's a whole different thing. But when you bring me into that world, is I don't want to lie. Like, part of being flying solo, is I never want to lie to anyone. Like, I like telling people how I feel and not caring at the moment in my personal life how I affect anybody.
True.
But when you do that now, is also, hey, pal, I know the other person. I know her. Like, I know, and inevitably what happened. Like,
now you're also a bad guy now.
No, now she's messaging me. Do I know where he is?
Hey.
As he's, by the way, no, actually, here's what happened.
Yeah.
When he told me, he was at the side plate's house.
Yeah.
Gave me a call.
Yeah.
And at this time, I'm now getting messages from his lady saying, have I heard from him, blah, blah, blah.
What like, you're telling me it's your side plate's house? Like, what am I supposed to do with that information?
And he's calling me to confess, by the way, like, kind of air his...
I'm not a priest, dog.
Thing is, he knows
I'm not a priest or...
You know what it is. And I don't feel compelled to, because I'm not big on reciprocation, right? I just want to do the right thing because I want to do the right thing. But he's been there for me when I was a delinquent in my 20s.
Oh, so he's guilting you.
No. It's not even like that, because I don't feel compelled. He like, in his very essence as a friend, he's a dream, actually. Because he is the guy, you know, when your mom's in a car accident and you're in Brazil, he's the guy you want to phone.
He's going to take care of it.
He's jumping out of bed. He is the guy.
Okay. So he's a good oak.
He is unshakable. Like, he is the guy I will call when I embezzle $1 billion and I get caught.
And you say, listen, I'm like this.
No, he's jumping out of bed now. He's not asking questions. Where are you? Drop a pin.
I got you.
That Brazil reference or analogy or whatever it was, was a really specific off the fly analogy or reference. I feel like that's come from a place of somewhere.
Well, where else would I be if I've embezzled money? I'm in what's it?
Canary Islands,
Ipanema Beach or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to live. I just embezzled
Argentina,
$1 billion.
Boy. You're in Argentina.
Yeah. In Buenos Aires.
Yeah, exactly.
Eating that steak, living that steak life.
But you'll stick out like a sore thumb. Argentina.
Argentina's nice, bro. Argentina's nice. Lots of South Africans there. Lots of South African farmers living there now. There's like a weird, like, Afrikaans farming community in Argentina. And they love them.
And you're not a farmer, so...
I'm not, but Argentina, I liked it. I liked it. I did 6 months in South America. Interesting place.
Are they an interesting people?
What, all of the South Americans,
Yeah.
are they one type?
No, that's a saying.
I know what you're saying. I know.
They're an interesting people.
An interesting, bunch of folk. But yeah, so that whole thing. Anyway, so my mate, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. About, where are we now? Just came back. About 6 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more, or in and around that mark.
Yeah.
Get a phone call now. Funny times as well. You know how much I work. I text you. Like funny times. Like during the week.
Uh-huh.
What's your boy saying? I'm where now? Because I've been getting messages from his lady like during the day, but I'm at work, like, I'm cooking. So I usually reply to stuff after sort of 10 o'clock.
Yeah, because, you've got your own life going on.
Well, I'm at it till about 9. I mean, you've seen what the week looks like now that you've joined here.
Yeah.
And that's just my general life. That's my everyday. Like,
it doesn't change.
For you guys, it's been like this is hectic, but that is my life. I'm, anyway, whatever. Getting a call at funny time. Same story.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, I've told you not to tell me. Because I'm not a moralist.
True, yeah.
I know life happens, dude. Everyone is in these perfect everyone on social media is perfect. Like, and when you tell people stories, they're like, oh my God, I would never do that. Like, you are so perfect. Everyone's perfect. James,
Really?
I don't know if you've ever done something. Okay, let me speak from mine. But I don't know if you know these types of people. And most people are like this.
I mean, I'm pretty near perfect, though. So
no, sure. I mean, that's a separate discussion.
Yeah,
that's another
we can
thing
get. I'm happy to
to dissect that.
Yeah, once we get to it.
We'll get there. But you were saying?
Is, when you're telling somebody, it's like, dude, and especially like for me with my close mates, I want to be able to go somewhere, and man, I've done something against my own moral code. Often it's against your own moral code. And for me, I'm just like, you know what? There are about, outside of my mom and my sister, I really have like 5 or 6 people where...
Your go-to people.
No, even if they came to me and it like the stuff, like my mates now, being played on the side for the second time.
Played on the side.
It's not gonna change. It doesn't change how I feel about him.
Yeah, true.
I feel like, but because all in life you have to have exceptions to the rule, right? I have my rules, and there are people who might say like if it was my dad. So my dad is uber black or white. Like my mate would have been.
Oh, there's no gray area.
Oh my God, my dad. I got raised in a different house, bro.
Okay.
Like as I'm getting older, I'm seeing people. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how you grew up. Because there's in my dad's eyes, he is the most morally clear,
sound person,
puritanical. So there is no wiggle room. Because my dad is, I told you what to do,
and you did this.
There are rules. Why didn't this happen? He doesn't. Oh, I was. That not in my fault, and everyone knows him with that. So no one in the family comes to my dad with nonsense. You come with your story straight.
You know what's up.
And he's the guy who, no matter how much of a disaster you're in, if you tell him everything, he will do everything to help you.
Just be honest with me. He's one of those guys.
What do you hate? Like, my father hates one thing, right? My dad's from rural Eastern Cape. There's nothing he hasn't seen.
Sure.
What he hates is when you reveal something later to him. So like, I told you a half story at the beginning, to kind of shame, whether you're ashamed or whatever it may have been. Tell me everything. Tell me, because families, we've had some. Yeah, I'm talking things. Criminal activity in my family, and my father will go to the umpteen end if you tell him the whole story, right? So just so you get an idea what home I come from.
But I get why your dad's like that, because the thing is, if he goes out to bat for you, he doesn't want to look like a fool. He doesn't look like a fool.
It's true. That's the worst thing, right? When you bat for somebody and
now you look like an idiot, because now they coming like with half facts, and like now you're defending this guy. Now you look like you are,
and then you're finding out facts from other people.
That no, this is not what happened.
And
but that's a good thing, because then you stand with people, and but also you know how to help them, because if it's worse than it actually is, then it's hard to help you, because now you've made me look like an idiot as well.
So
that's why But I imagine, because like, let's say you mess up badly and you go to your lawyer. That's why your lawyer says, listen, tell me everything that happened.
Yeah.
So I know how to help you.
Got you. Yeah, I guess that is my dad's mindset.
Yeah.
Like, but my point was, James, so you know these people, you tell them, you're going to somebody, a confidant, and you're telling them something from morally repugnant to something you've done, and now they how could you? I was like, who are you? Who are you, Jesus Christ? Are you the cloth of Jesus Christ? Is it?
So from my experience,
Yeah.
I like to surround myself with people that aren't those kinds of people, and people that know that they aren't like Jesus Christ kind of vibes. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I'm
So,
also
Like usually when I'm venting to someone,
Mm.
or like no matter who it is, like one of my mates would be like, "Bro, you dumb. Why would you do that?"
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
but as a joke thing, like,
Yeah.
"Bruh, how could you not see whatever?" If I'm venting to like the girlfriend, then it's more of like a event and like a back and forth and working out the options and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But like that's the thing. Like I want to be around those kinds of people. I don't want to be around like that whole
it'll never happen to me people.
yeah. How
Yeah.
could you do such a thing,
Yeah.
dude? Like I get like maybe those people come from a place of like I love you, so I can tell you, I can call you out, and my friends and the people around me know that they can call me out.
And should.
Yeah, and should.
Yeah, if they're your real friends.
But
yeah.
like not on that scale.
On their high
or-
horse.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
not on
yeah.
their high horse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing to because what you want is a community that lifts your morality, right? It's one thing to come and call me out, and we can all do that if we.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to try and punish me
Mm.
in the moment for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like, Chief, I'm here. I've screwed up.
Yeah.
I'm asking for your help.
As we all do.
I'm weak here on my knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we all do, it's these people that are perfect to me. I don't know. You know what? I don't know where you grew up, how you grew up. So maybe you are perfect.
Mm.
You're not for me.
Exactly.
Because real life stuff happens.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Which is why I'm not the, oh my word, I can't believe he cheated. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't, because, you know, people, and then people, what do? They go to Jesus and all this like malarkey.
But
right?
also morals differ from person to person. So.
Okay, look, I think we've all established in the Western world, don't murder, you know, ideally don't cheat.
There's
Yeah,
about
I
10,
did don't cheat. Yeah.
There's about 10, maybe 15 things you shouldn't really do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
The
but
list has been added too. We spoke about it the other day.
yeah.
Those are kind of the things we should sort of,
Yeah. Look,
you know.
for me, I have very clear things, right? GBV, like any friend comes to me with that, you are dead to me,
Cancelled.
and you are dead.
Wait, if the friend comes to you and says, I hit my girlfriend or whatever, right?
You are dead.
Okay.
You,
Dead.
you,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
die right there.
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah,
No,
that's
no,
fair.
Agreed.
Then, like, I have, and
Agreed.
I write my principles down, right? I'm
Yeah.
not better than, because I got a terrible memory.
Yeah.
But for me, once that is the line,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, agreed.
For me.
GBV, yeah.
if
I'm
it-
also a GBV like
GBV and further.
Yeah.
And in GBV, I'm talking about it like emotional abuse as well, right?
Yeah,
for,
yeah,
For
yeah,
me,
but-
it's all in the mix. You can't be like, for me, the friends I have, I've never seen the people I consider my friends, and it's a small circle. Let's say we out at a braai, and he like, you're an effing B, and
Oh, yeah.
as your girlfriend in
jeez.
public, and it's because that stuff happens in every relationship behind closed doors, right?
Yeah.
Once you're into somebody, 5,
Yeah.
6 years,
Yeah.
7 years, but when you're doing that stuff.
Publicly.
You know what? You can have 3 or 4 fallouts, right? And it gets there, and she's calling you that. Okay, cool. But then there comes a point where I'm gonna have to stop, because if you're doing it 5, 6 times, is this who you are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this how you treat?
And in front of people. So imagine what happens behind closed doors.
So for me, that's where I stop. I've done so many things in life that, like, I'm not a moralist, because I've
Yeah.
understood, and people I held to high standards. As I get old,
But I'm
things
also
are
the
being
same now.
revealed about friends' parents, and you know, and it's and I like to talk to those types of people who have, because I've transgressed. Yeah,
Same,
I've
bro.
touched the line of going to jail, you know, many times, and
Sure.
and I like those people because they understand that we are on the precipice of our desires all the time, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
And the perfect people don't realize that. And I hate to say this, but it's generally the religious people, right? Like, it's why I don't have any I don't have any uber religious friends.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to work for me. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
But there's religion, I'm a God person and whatever, and then there's those people I'm talking about, the puritanical. They're not in my life.
But I saw this thing from, I can't remember what movie it was, but I heard it. It said, because the one friend was judging the other friend, and you know what the other guy said to him? He says, we've all done evil. It's just that nobody has caught you yet.
There it is. There it is.
It's just that nobody has caught you yet.
Yeah.
Preach.
Preach that. But anyway, so now your boy puts me in this situation for the second time, by the way.
Wait, hang on. Sorry. Have we gone on and off the rails about 8 times and we haven't done the full story yet?
Well, this is how real stories go.
Real stories go, exactly.
I'm not reporting the news. I'm not the great Sally Burdett reading off a teleprompter.
I thought we had moved on from the
No,
story.
This is how stories go, James. You know, you hang out at the boys. This is how it goes.
I'm the guy that does that, by the way.
I'm
I'm the guy that goes off the rail on it.
You've done that to me a gajillion times, and I've addressed it.
So your boy does it to you for the second time?
About 6 weeks ago. So for me, like, it's not on him. He's never, I don't think, manipulating me, because he's never ever put the past on me to say, what I did. Never. And he's not that type.
And he shouldn't, though.
He will never.
Exactly.
Hey, never say never, but he wouldn't. But now, like, I am upset with him, and I haven't spoken to him because I'm not upset at the cheating. Like, whatever, pal. You got your own relationship stuff. By the way,
that's your business.
To people that have been cheated on is, excuse me, there's a reason people cheat. You're also part of it. Where were you? Are they, like, everybody that gets cheated on also is perfect, right? It's like, no, you were a part of it. Were you emotionally ignoring that person?
There's something you were providing that person.
You're part of it.
Yeah.
Anyone who gets cheated on mustn't get high and mightier. You're a part of it. You're a part of the reason. Nobody just cheats, man. People must get over themselves. There's a tiny fraction of humanity that's terrible people. Tiny. Otherwise, we wouldn't have 7 billion people if everyone was savages.
Yeah, the world would be in flames right now.
It's not, because most people are decent. I would dare to say 99% of people are decent, which is why you don't get Adolf Hitler every 15 years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's a smash hit when a proper monster comes along, because it's so rare.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And for me, I'm still angry at him. I haven't spoken to him. He tried to call me because he knows the rules. I told him.
Oh, so you were clear.
No, I'm out now. I'm like, just give me some time.
So is there no coming back? You must let you do your thing.
No, give me some time.
You'll come back when you're good and ready.
Because the annoying thing is, again, now. So now his lady's messaging me. This is not somebody I can put at arm's length. She knows my mom. This is
Ish.
like, this is not somebody I can put at arm's length.
Yeah, and put on ice.
No, she knows my mom. See, like, now I'm in that situation where she's now texting me if I, like...
So now you're part of the relationship now.
That's what I hate. You've nailed it. I keep saying...
But your friend, No.
But now I'm in it, because but I've not replied to her as well. Now I'm in this pickle, all because a guy can't stick to the rules. Chief, I said, don't tell me. Not don't do it. Don't tell me.
But I also tell my mates, let's say I know let's say 2 of my friends decide they're going to be in a thing together.
Yeah.
You know, I tell them, guys, I'm not your child. If you guys break up or go sour, don't involve me. I am not one of your children. You guys decided on your own, like...
But I haven't...
But I'll be friends with both of you. But you guys sort your things out.
You're a better person than me. James, what's your approach to that, what he's saying?
I don't think I've been in one of those situations.
Have you ever had friends break up and you were friends with both of them?
Oh wait,
yeah, it's not the time. I know where that was gonna go. It's not the time to reveal that.
Why I was laughing though, is because that approach and your approach is like so much more mature than mine would be, or like
what would you do though?
But that's the thing. So I didn't even think about like having that conversation with my friends and being like, okay, if you guys break up, not that I need to have the conversation. I'm just saying I didn't even think about that thing being a thing. You know what I mean?
Because you haven't been there yet.
But the thing is, for me, I'm not an object. Like, you're not gonna split me down the middle. Like, okay, now on this day you can't hang out with this guy because hey,
No.
that was your decision. Like,
Yeah.
don't-
Yeah.
Do you know what once happened? And which is why I have you're a better person than me, Senzo. Is that now I don't become friends with my friends' girlfriends ever again.
You shouldn't, though.
If you're new in my life, like if you my guy and you have a girlfriend now, and no, it's that I'll only ever see them. I never want a relationship where there's a reason for us to see each other outside of us two. So if he brings you with, no matter how close you think we're not, because let me tell you what
we
happened.
can't hang out the two of us.
No,
So,
you must never say he's such a good guy. He's different. He's like he's. Where's your person? Yeah, because that's an intermediary to you. You don't think you don't have a direct. Don't text me. Don't. You must never say hi dang. I was fine when you saw me. I'm still fine.
Exactly.
Don't ask me.
I bump into them all high and by. Out.
Because let me tell you what happened. Oh, this life thing.
It's not easy.
You're triggering me, James. Let me tell you what happened.
You can see,
A couple of years ago.
Do you need a hug?
Jeez, like now you look at the memories you bring in. Freaking James, this guy.
You're the one that's hopping on and off the train, bruh.
So a couple of years ago, I can't remember how many years ago, a friend of mine tells me I'm done with this. I'm done with her. Done with her. And we all know her back then. We were all living La Vida Loca. done with her. Done with her.
Ricky Martin,
Oh, man. Ricky Martin.
I don't know who that is.
Outside, inside, in.
Vida loca.
Yeah.
She'll
Se
run.
va te pure. Okay, I said that. I know the lyrics.
Come
also.
on.
But he was the biggest artist in the world.
He
at
was
some
the guy.
stage.
No,
He was
Ricky
the guy.
Martin was the guy. at a
Guys,
stage.
we've hopped off the train again.
No, but anyway, no, I'm still there. You've got a short attention span.
That's your problem.
No,
Yeah.
when I say we've hopped off the train, I mean the stories left us. We're on something else now. That's what I mean.
No, yeah, we'll come back. Don't worry about it. I've got Fort Knox. So a guy says to me, broken up with her, I'm leaving her. So,
Yeah, I'm done with it.
so now here's what I did. Yeah, I was like, I got caught in this trap, and I learned a lot from this. I was still in my 20s, so it must be more than 6 years ago. I said, yeah, you're right, bro. Dude, I've been meaning to tell you, why didn't you, what were you even doing with her? Like that chick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, oh.
The lads, we're having a couple of
You were
beers.
the
now.
hype man, bruh.
Then, yeah, but you're right. Like, why didn't you tell me? You know what I mean?
Good for you, mate. Yeah.
You were the hype man, dude.
We had an event about a week later. I can't remember whose house it at. It was at. Who does he pitch up with?
Ha.
The girlfriend.
He relapsed.
And then, now, did I not get a long message saying,
Yeah, you said
this is what, yeah. No, 'cause
Oh,
he
she
told
gave you a
her.
hot one.
No, he told
He
her.
threw you under the bus.
No, because people in relationships, hey,
Wait,
guys,
whoa. Back up. This guy threw you under the bus for saying, yeah, do it, live your best life.
they're back together now.
Yeah, back together. Now he looks like the idiot. He's the evil guy now.
So, James, don't think I don't randomly just go around bumbling around. That's not my life.
That guy set you up, eh?
Not my private. No, the thing is, he was in his fields all the time. So, but then here's the worst part, James. I knew that guy since we were 6, 7. Yeah, I was in my
So
20s. And
Majority of your life.
when I knew him, I mean, my father did business with his father. I knew him.
He's your boy.
We are no longer friends post that.
He hook, line, and
Yeah.
sinkered you.
Yeah. So this is the type of life I've been living. I've learned my lesson.
Those are the people you don't want to go to the army with, eh?
Bro,
Sure.
I've learned my lesson. That
James and those kinds of people.
you have to, guys, manage that situation because people get loosey-goosey with it, right? He's a good act, she's a good act. Dig that chick. You putting yourself in other people's relationships. Guys, I'm telling you.
It won't end well for you.
Which is why I'm all about self-preservation. Guys, whatever you're doing now, behind your closed doors, do it. Because life's hard. Life's testing. There are more Instagram models now than ever. I get it. I can only speak from a guy's perspective. I get it. It's a new time. It's a new. Never have you been able to access things now like you can now, and you can access them yesterday.
Do you know what my thing is? Are you happy with what you've done? If you're happy with what you've done,
Yeah.
Who am I? I'm not your father.
I'm a big believer of
I don't
you've
have-
made
I
your
don't-
bed, bro.
You
Huh?
made your bed.
You've made your bed.
Yeah, bro, this is what you wanted. Also, people are gonna do what they want regardless of how you feel about it.
Mm.
They're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna stop people from doing what they want.
No, that's kind of true. I feel
No,
like
it's not kind of true. It is true.
no. I think
It's like
so-
doing things when you're drunk. Like, yeah, it's because I was drunk. No, it's not that people don't know what they're doing when they're drunk. It's because they don't care for the consequences.
A drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts.
Amen.
My grandmother always used to say it to us. A drunk man's words are a sober man's thoughts. James, you were saying. Go ahead.
Oh, I feel like, so let's say your boy comes to you and he's like, so I'm thinking of doing this. This is what I want to do. Thought it through. This is my vibe. And then he comes to you and he's done the complete opposite, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's more of a reflection on the person's like respect level
Mm.
on of you and your friendship or your relationship or your whatever it is, than it is a case of like people will do what they do, bro.
But that means he lied to you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
why it's a thing on his level of respect for you and your like friendship or relationship.
Yeah.
So what are you saying? So are you saying if somebody's gonna, let's say, move from left wing to right wing, if you will, they're gonna do what they're gonna do? Are you saying if they tell you that before
If they confide in you and they are
before they do that?
yeah, and they
Sure.
sort of nervous about it, or like,
How often does that happen though for behavior? Okay, since we've already in this world, if somebody, I've never in my time had somebody who's going to go cheat come and consult me.
What? But why would they though?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to understand what James is
no,
saying.
no, it's not necessarily just cheating.
No, whatever.
It's
What-
like it's
Like, give me an example to bring it into real life.
damn.
Like I want to break up with my girlfriend, or I want to.
Okay. So the case of your whole thing, right?
Yes.
With your mate, right? So he confided in you.
Yes.
He was like emotional and he was vulnerable and he told you stuff, hoping that you would give him answers
Yes.
and like a cheat sheet on what to do.
Sure.
Essentially,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're his boy.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
The fact that he went behind your back and then told her also,
No. No. Oh. You're saying about my mate, the breakup guy?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
is the reflection of his level of respect
Yes.
on your guys' friendship
What we got going?
or your bromance or your whatever it is.
Yeah. No. It's
I think, yeah, people will do what they do and people will do what they want to do. But when it's a case of you're confiding in someone or you're before you do it, then I think that speaks a lot about how they view the friendship or the relationship.
But if so what are you saying? Are you saying it is cut and dry, or do you think there needs to be wiggle room for people in life? Like, okay, James, I cheated on my girlfriend.
Yeah.
We've known each other 15 years, blah blah blah. When you did whatever, crashed your mom's car because you were smoking the devil's lettuce, I covered for you, blah blah blah, or whatever. We've been there, James,
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
now. Do you? Am I dead to you? Like, James, I cheated on my girl.
No.
Dude, you should. And
No.
then I explained the situation to you. Blah, Instagram.
Yeah,
she,
like if it's vibes and vibes, if it's like you explain the situation, this is why I did it, this is what happened, bro. Like if you homies, then like it's gonna be fine between you guys. But I feel like if you say, for example, like you come to me, James, cheated on my girlfriend, I'm gonna tell her and I'm gonna be honest with her and like.
Are you?
Wait, what?
No, are you saying you're gonna tell the girlfriend?
No,
No,
he's
no,
saying that. So
you-
Like I'm
he's
gonna.
I'm gonna confess. I'm gonna
okay,
come clean to
I'm
her.
coming to tell you that I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
Tell her.
you're telling me I'm gonna be
Okay,
a good guy.
yes,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
Yeah.
even though I was the bad guy.
Yeah.
If you say that and then immediately don't do that and you sort of like stick with her for like, let's say 2 years or whatever, and you just kind of hope and pray that everybody forgets it happened or everyone that you told, it says a lot about that person and what they think of themselves as well as the fact that he confided in you and told you he was going to do it, but then didn't,
Yeah.
is
I'm different in that sense because James, like, are you friends with that person? Like, that's why you must detach. Like Mbulelo says, like that's how he chooses to live. That's how he chooses to live his life. You know, what can you actually do about it at the end of the day?
Because I think I hear what you're saying. I'm saying now, James. So take my real life. That's happening right now.
okay.
My guy is, for the second time, he's told me, I'm in it now. What do I do with him?
Oh, he's got the side plate.
I'm talking about, the guy who needs two side plates. One is a side plate, the one is for the bones, you know?
He went back for seconds.
Yeah, you need a plate for bones. Yeah, now he's got another plate there.
He's got a roster.
And he told me that again, phones me, same setup. So now, what do I do now? Because he is my guy. Like, even if there's exceptions to the rule. I don't care what anybody says. We're fine. I'm just going through some stuff, not because of him, because now I'm involved. I want to protect myself. You know what I mean?
Put you in a pickle.
I don't like being in a pickle. There's a reason why I fly solo. Because I'm in enough pickles in my solo life.
Exactly. You don't need other people's the wrath of something you didn't do coming back to.
That is the best thing I've ever heard in my
No,
entire
I get it. I get it though, because now it's going to be like, yeah, but you knew and you didn't stop it. Like, what am I supposed to say?
And you know what? She knows I know. Like, his girlfriend knows. She knows where he goes.
And she thinks you're condoning it.
No, she knows, dude.
Oof.
So now, not only do I have to ignore him, I now need to ignore her. And I'm not blocking her. I'm not that guy. But what do you call it? Blue ticking.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to change my what. Again, I like to fly solo. I'm not going to change my life now. Do you understand now?
Yeah, to tell her your needs.
Or I'd have to grey tick people or change the. No, I'm not changing my life. Do you see how now
Keep it moving like a
I
drive-by.
have to change my life possibly because of him?
Yeah.
That's what I always want to avoid. It's like, I want to keep my but meantime, now, here's your boy. But anyway, my point was, this is the real world. This is the real world, and it's a tricky thing, huh?
Yeah, it is.
It's all very like situational.
It's a tricky thing, dude. And I'm going through it right now. And I'm like, hey, man, this guy. And the problem is, James, it is tough. Again, you have to overlook imperfections in people you love.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I love this guy. Who was it that used to say it? Is it my mom or my dad? One of the parents. Is you have to be able to separate character from behavior. And it's hard, especially when you're in your fields, right? Because the behavior is awful. It's deplorable that he's cheating on his girlfriend's awesome. She's awesome. Like, that's deplorable, right? But I know his character. Because I see character when the chips are down, and I've done some stuff. And
But I'm the same as well.
Who was the first person? Like, and I'm not exaggerating. I would say there are, not exaggerating, about 40 incidents where jail time was a real possibility for me that I put myself in my 20s. Unwaveringly, he was there. Like,
without thinking twice.
I got to call him twice, but why are you not here? Where are you? Not even worried. He's like not even worried about himself. Now, imagine being associated with a person like this. He's not worried. He's there. He's in. And not like, bro, remember, he's never mentioned this stuff.
Because he understands how life works.
But now, he must also understand, Chief, come on, bro.
Gucci, I'm this kind of person.
But maybe, because you know what? My father used to say, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I think this is what it is now. The rest of our lives is going to be this. Obviously, he's not changing.
Yeah.
People don't change. Now.
Yeah.
I think what I need now, this time off from him, I'm just processing that this is the rest of my life. I think that's what's going on. Like, because he's not going anywhere. Like, I need him in my life. He's golden.
He adds more value than he does harm.
Absolutely.
Then,
in fact, he's invaluable. I would say priceless. There is no price.
There you have it.
You know. So, hey, this is.
But the thing is, you must understand. This is another thing. You must understand. People aren't. You can't pick and choose the parts of the person you like and what you don't like. If you're going to accept somebody, accept them for who they are, not what they could be. Can't pick and choose the parts that you like or you don't
Preach.
like.
Woo! Amen,
On
brother.
that note, hey, we got a Cambridge guy coming up. Imagine this being the prelude to him. We didn't even do any sport.
I really hope this Cambridge guy didn't watch the first hour of the show because he's like, are they really a sports show?
Yeah, can you imagine we're going to be talking to a Cambridge Springbok?
And he's probably like these guys.
He's like these cretins.
These guys have relationship
Yeah,
issues.
the
My
guy-
English teacher used to use that a lot.
Yeah,
Cretins and imbeciles.
yeah, these Neanderthals. They
Neanderthals.
can't even control themselves. And now I have to talk to these people. Like, he was a Springbok, all right? So, one of the best athletes in the world, right? To be at that level of rugby, you've got to be one of the best athletes, well inside the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. All right, I'm done with this. I'm now going to a place that doesn't let most of you Neanderthals in.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't one of those, like in South Africa, you can go strike at the gate and we'll let you register.
Yeah.
No, they
don't
headhunt, they headhunt you at this university.
Exactly. We'll call you.
Yeah.
You don't call us.
Yeah. What do you think about coming here? Not, oh, there's a registration process. No.
We'll tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you're stupid, we don't want you here. They're
very clear about
They're
it.
very clear. And people don't like elite institutions, but we need them. Otherwise, people are doing what? Eating Doritos on the couch and watching Netflix and chill.
You know what I mean?
Until.
I'm not seeing problems with that.
That's why you're not
That's why you're not at
That's
this
why I'm not at
institution.
Cambridge.
after Cambridge. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
Levels, chief.
you're self-aware.
I'm also just vibes. bro.
Yeah, exactly. Can't tell them, James.
This guy that went to Cambridge, not vibes at all.
Maybe we have
You
to.
don't know, bro.
But maybe we have to ask him. Say, listen,
Are
Flip,
you vibes?
or Flip. What's the dude? What are you trying to prove?
What's the haps, bro?
Because it's important for us to at this stage. You got to say you can't be a Springbok and Cambridge.
Yeah.
Because what does that leave on the table for idiots like us?
You got to pick, bro.
That's what is because guys like that, and it's also not like he's. I could be okay if he's got short man syndrome, or he's.
You know what I mean?
My man's out here 6 foot lots, 6 foot lots.
120 odd kilograms.
Yeah.
Like
Out here
come
looking
on,
like
bro.
if the aliens came, he's the guy you send out front. Him and Brock
He's-
Lesnar.
But Brock Lesnar didn't go to Cambridge. That's the thing.
Well, Brock Lesnar's the first guy out, cannon fodder, take the real heat. Because they'll probably send, if the aliens came, they're probably sending their biggest heat first, just to like obliterate,
No.
and then the smaller guys clean up.
Yeah. So Flip is essentially what esports people call the IGL. So he's the
Edited.
in-game leader.
Okay,
right?
okay,
Right?
okay, yes.
He's the leader, man. He tells Brock, "Hey, Brock, you see that dude there?
Yes,
Get him." And then he directs the horses on the carriages that way.
yes.
And then Flip just heads
yeah.
face first.
So he'll do the kill shot
Yeah.
after Brock and
Yeah.
like who else would be in the mix?
The main event.
Bismarck. Bismarck's not scared of a fight.
Bismarck, The Rock,
It's a bit.
a younger Rock.
It's a bit.
It's a bit.
Who else? Who's international? Because there's other.
Tom Cruise. He does his own stunts.
No,
bro.
Scientologist. He must be an alien.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's on their team.
Wow. Okay. Who else is that guy?
on their team.
Yeah. Anyway, point is, like, I'm a big time journalist. I have to ask Flip, what's the point, Chief? Because
Save some for us.
because okay, I'm heterosexual. What ladies does that leave for me? Because how do you find a guy like him, right? He's attractive.
No. You're a bad
What-
example.
No, well, I'm just saying
You're repulsive though.
completely, right?
Exactly. That's
so
why you're a bad
But there's someone out there for everybody.
there
Chief.
is. So Flip's saying, I'm leaving nothing for you in that department.
No, he's taking top drawer.
Top. So I can
Top.
Yeah.
You're getting the leftovers. You're getting the hand-me-downs. You're getting the.
He's you know when you
I don't want it. Like, yeah, you. There, you go have fun.
you know when you're picking.
You're getting that.
I don't know if you've ever been to like a fruit farm. There's as they're picking some of the like let's say berries or whatever fall out of the basket.
yeah.
So I get not what he doesn't want. It's the stuff that he didn't want and falls out the basket.
Yeah, not even
stuff
a
that hits the
maybe. It's
floor.
not even the maybes. It's the definite no's.
Because it's I'm a Springbok. I went to Cambridge. What's my angle?
And not just I went to
You-
Cambridge. I also succeeded at Cambridge.
MBA. I've got an MBA.
Not like I went to Cambridge for a year, dropped out because
No,
it was
no.
hard. Succeeded. bro.
Yeah. Not only it's sickening. Maybe it's the Crusaders, right? But maybe the second or third greatest rugby dynasty of all time.
Yeah,
You heard of the Blue Bulls under Heineken Meyer. I was there.
I was
And
in it.
I was inside. I wasn't like
I
the
was
guy
bit
carrying
pretty-
water.
I wasn't an extra. I was,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's
Me and Furi Dupree had practice talking
Good
tactics face to face. Not that guy who's at the top with the iPad.
He's an Avenger. That's the only way I can put it.
Who Flip?
Yeah, bro, come on.
He's an Avenger.
That's too much.
He's clocked it, bro. If he's in a Hollywood movie, then guys, let's forget about it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what's left. Eh?
how old is Flip?
30 plus.
36, 35.
Oh, but
No,
35,
wait.
35, 35, 36.
We'll find out.
He's lived a life, huh?
Well, Google Flip Funamava's age there.
I feel like he's 35, 36.
I'm 35.
Hi,
I
and he's a
failed-
year old.
I failed 2 years of undergrad chemistry. I crawled to the line.
He's 36.
30. So he's 1 year older than me. He's played in the Springboks and has an MBA from Oxford. What the bloody
Cambridge.
hell am I doing? Sorry, Cambridge. Sorry, that is an insult.
I'm just glad I'm not in the same age group as you are.
Because
Because I don't have to compete with guys
you
like
lucky you
that,
Gen
bro.
Z, eh?
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have to compete with guys like that.
You lucky you Gen
No,
Z.
because you're going to be competing with the
Elon
people who went
Musk.
to. No. Elon Musk's not your friend. They're gone. Your generation is going to be who's the sickest yoga instructor. That's how low the bar is now.
so
Who's the best at veganism?
It's easier to come out on top.
I hear you, bro.
Who's got the most Instagram followers?
Yeah,
It's true, bro.
because you can buy.
But also, it's also millennial. Most Instagram followers, you all know who it is.
It's millennials, bro.
I'm dead, dude.
You can also buy Instagram followers now. Well, you
Flip
have-
doesn't need to buy them.
have
People,
been able to
people
for a while.
everywhere love the Springboks, the Bulls, and Cambridge. This guy's for real. And here I am, failing chemistry.
and doing a subpar podcast.
Imagine.
Anyway,
Sure.
Why is he on the show?
to make us feel bad,
why
to
did he
put
agree,
us into
dude?
perspective.
That's what it is.
Give us
He's
perspective.
a gift. We were going negative. We've brought it around. He's a gift.
Yeah. We've come full circle.
Give me
That's
some
what we've
outro music there, Jimbo, because we're gonna
Alrighty.
have to bring this guy in
There he is.
and see exactly how insignificant
done.
we are.
He's just joined the call. So we do ad break, sound test, and then we jump back in.
Why is he on? Now I'm almost saying we shouldn't have him on.
No, ask him. Ask him.
Now that I've actually, do you know what? I hadn't thought through it properly.
No, ask him. Hi, Flip. What is the worst thing you've ever done? Then perspective.
Have you ever committed a sin? Just
Yeah.
one, dude.
Yeah. What is it like? Because do you know what? I'm glad my mom doesn't know. He doesn't watch rugby. Imagine she knew Flip Funamava.
Why can't you be like him? You know
Yeah.
people like this, but why can't you be like him?
Like, imagine how his mother feels.
That's good stuff.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Ad
Sports
break,
show. This is a sports show, believe it or not. We've gone through some stuff. Phew, and it seems everyone's going through some stuff. So James has been through it. He's spoken about his side. Senzo has gone through it. He's talking. There's real life out there, people. There is sport, though. There is sport out there. We've got in my eyes, a legend. I always celebrate sportsmen and women who go on to show that sportsmen can be three-dimensional. I mean, is he maybe overdoing it? You can go to UCT. You don't have to go to Cambridge. So it's maybe a bit much. You did okay. Bulls dynasty, cool. Springbok, 36 caps, all right. Because what a lot of people don't realize is his dad's a Springbok as well. It's gone from flippy to flipping amazing and ridiculous at the same time. And then you do Cambridge. We'll talk about it. Personally, at the moment, because I'm insecure, I think he's overdoing it. And we'll ask him, what the hell's going on, pal? What's it about? Because maybe something in his childhood. Why doesn't nobody... Guys, you're supposed to throw that. That's psychology 101.
no, but like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, what do you say?
I don't
What do you say?
Anyway,
All right.
we'll ask him.
I usually have an upbeat sort of outro into the ads, but I feel terrible about myself right now. We got a guy coming up who is you know what happens? You know what he is? Coming up after the break is, we'll give you an example of what happens when human beings try. MKT Show. See you in a bit. The MKT Show. People are saying, is it a sports show? It's a sports entertainment show. And also real life happens, by the way. Now, is real life just sport for me? Possibly. I don't know. Who knows? But there's no time to muck about. MKT Show. By the way, you can get the podcast on cliffcentral.com, the Cliff Central app, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, a man who has done most of it. Because somebody like this has never done it all, right? He's done most of it. He's on the way to something else. There is a downside to him. Actually, I found I was having a sort of existential crisis before this. He is, I don't know what sort of weight he's walking around at now, but I remember Google saying he was about 120 kilograms playing rugby when he was just basically eating people's heads for a living. An absolute monster of an enforcer. He's about 120 kilograms. I got to tell you, last time we spoke, I believe he said he was the third biggest man in his family. So there we go, a bit of a bronze medal guy in that. So maybe there is a downside to this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, former Bulls enforcer, former Springbok enforcer, Clermont Avignon enforcer, and indeed now Cambridge MBA, most significantly, all-round great guy, Flip van der Merwe, ladies and gentlemen. Flip, what's happening, pal?
Hello, great. No, how you doing?
Yeah, no, we're winning, man. We win. And he's got a radio voice. I just realized that.
Face, that's what I used to say.
Oh, wow.
Flip, great to see you again, bro. How's life treating you?
Yeah, very good, man. I can't complain. You know, not trying to look down on you guys, but you know, it's hard trying to hide the tan.
Yeah.
Sitting here in my t-shirt on the southwest coast of France.
Unbelievable. Wow. What a flex.
Hey.
It's about 5 degrees in Johannesburg.
Unbelievable. This guy.
We lay it up.
It's unbelievable. It's also hard not to look down on us because you're, 196, 195 centimeters?
198. Come
on.
on.
Jeez, like.
All right, maybe we should just end this interview now. There's no way.
I feel so emasculated.
198.
Yeah, you should sue me for that. I mean, I've got no right.
Well, hey, the French are the French tall, like big people? I can't remember the last time.
You do get it depends on the region. I mean, if you go to the southwest region, I mean, where the Huguenots come from, where you know most of South Africa comes from, originally back in the day, they are quite big. They are quite big. But then obviously, if you go to Paris, they're quite tiny.
Hey, the Huguenots.
Feet, you don't find shoes here, man.
What size shoe are you?
I am a 13. Yeah, classic.
Jesus.
Damn.
Dude.
You know, when you grow up Afrikaans, you know, they just give you size 13 shoes when you're 13 years old. And you have to grow into them.
So you don't have much of a choice.
It's called
You're always a 13 from forever.
It's an education, actually. Like, it's telling your foot, this is what size you are. It doesn't matter. This is what you will grow to.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
That is amazing. So Flip, I know you moved since we last spoke.
Yeah.
Where were you before, and where are you living now?
Eyes opened up a bit. I was in Clermont-Ferrand before. As you said, I played a bit of rugby there. And then after rugby, actually left to go to Cambridge to study. And then the big flu came around, and I had to leave everything. And luckily kept my place in Clermont, so I had a place to stay and had to hang around. And then I think as with all of us, we just, you know, COVID made us think a little bit different about life, and I just thought, you know, I'll move to somewhere that's a little bit more user friendly on the mind and on the body and everything. So I moved down to the southwest coast. Yeah, so I'm in a little town called Biarritz. Reminds me a lot of the south coast of South Africa. Very, very green, mountainy area. Fresh air, which is always good. And yes, starting a new life, starting business. All is good.
And I remember you had a coffee shop up there, and now you're on the coast. Are you still going to open a coffee shop? Because I work with Neanderthals who drink instant coffee. I don't want to call out any names. Obviously, Flip, you and I, being sophisticated men, is I only drink single origin specialty roast coffee. Oh, obviously, you know what I mean. So
only grain to cup. Grain to cup is the only way. Bean to cup,
you know what I mean. I care about the farmers, and essentially, it's not just about me. It's coffee's a lifestyle. So are you still got the shop, or you pivoting?
We actually, because I stopped rugby, I moved out of Clermont-Ferrand, so I sold my shares in the coffee shop I had over there. It stays a hobby. I would probably fall back into it again someday, but new goals to reach in my life at the moment. So coffee is not one of them. It was fun while it was happening, and now just having great coffee at home. It's the same thing as you said.
I hear you there. And so before we get into the rugby stuff, for those joining on the podcast, we were with Flip van der Merwe, former Bulls player and Springbok player, and he was in France. I mean, Flip, we're South African. We're just gonna stick to
you forgot the Cambridge thing.
No, like I'm not gonna give Flip all of the credit. Like people. Because it's my show. People go,
well said.
Yeah, people. You know what happens then is an investor goes to Flip and says, you should start a podcast. That guy's done nothing.
Yeah,
exactly.
We'll rename the MKT show to the Flip van der Merwe.
Yeah, flip it over.
Flip it over.
I've got zero discipline or patience to do a podcast.
But before we get into it, let's get into the Cambridge stuff, because we spoke before about how much I love. And last time we spoke, you were on the brink, I think, of finishing. And now you finally sort of crossed that threshold. And I kind of wanted to ask you, the discipline and sort of Groundhog Day of being a rugby player and just a sportsman at the level you were at. Do you think that kind of helped you to always take it to the final level? I mean, Heineken Meyer, Springboks, you're always in those environments. Do you think there was any of those gifts or the sort of that kind of conditioning that you carried over into an MBA at Cambridge?
Definitely. I mean, there's what's the good old thing about rugby is you fail to prepare, you must prepare to fail. So that's the same as in any education. You guys are educated people. I think you have to do a little bit. Rugby is the same. You have to have a lot of discipline to be successful, and you have to work on the little things. And I couldn't copy something that Frida Breer does, for example, because we're not in the same positions. You have to be very focused on yourself and as a sportsman, and that definitely helped me through studying as well. The first day you arrive there, they say the best thing about an MBA is like drinking water from a fire hydrant.
So it's just
there's a lot of things happening at the same time, and it is a little bit overstimulating at times. And then you just fall back, and we were in times where you had to play the All Blacks in front of 100,000 people and not look like a complete amateur. And that's some of the experience that actually helps you, writing exams or getting reports in and that kind of thing. So discipline is the red line of everything in life. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so what, you and Jamie Roberts now, huh? Just like international rugby players and Cambridge guys.
And there's another James Hall, the old Australian captain.
The big lock as well, hey?
He's got one on me,
This is unbelievable.
So captain.
Do you guys just hang out at Nobody's Allowed Incorporated? Just like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. Don't worry about it. No one else should be here anyway. Like, is that what happens?
No, it's actually the opposite. I think it's great that rugby players get the opportunity and actually get out of that stigmatized box of you're just a lock and you should bang your head on the wall and then go change some car tires. I think that's not a thing. We do, like, obviously second rows, we have intellectual conversation all the time,
of course.
And that shows, show me any position in rugby that's got 2 MBAs.
Wow. You and Hall, yeah. This is
exactly.
a good. Okay. It's a slight shot at everyone else there.
Yeah.
The brains trust.
Just everyone.
Yeah. No. That's that is cool, dude. Like, I think we've spoken is I just love it when sportsmen show you can be 3-dimensional. And shout out to you, dude. It's really, really inspirational. And not in the cheesy way, like I need to make an Instagram video about it. This is for real. Because at Cambridge, again, we were just saying, it's also not that place where you kind of pitch up and just because your parents have money, come on in, pal. No. We've been doing this. We've already figured out the education part. Are you serious? I'd imagine they say, and that's awesome, man. And you got to just, I don't have to say keep rocking this. Why am I telling him?
By himself.
Yeah.
Why are you wishing him luck?
Default. So if he was, obviously when Elon Musk turns us all into aliens, we'll all have our profiles.
Yeah.
Flip Funamava, obviously third biggest Funamava in the family, second Springbok in the family. Default setting, winning. Default setting is winning.
I don't know.
Life.
Bold, italics, underline.
Alien.
Flip, and it's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. But listen, it's we've got some serious stuff that's going on because you didn't get to play in a Lion series, huh?
I did not.
Sorry about that.
No, well, I feel so hurt.
Wow.
What a guy!
The nerve.
It's a great story in my rugby career. I was a little bit of a late bloomer, and the day I signed the contract with the Bulls, my sort of what you can say a little gift. It was a guy called Ian Schwartz. He was long-time manager of the Box as well, and he was team manager at the Bulls at the time. Gave me 2 tickets to watch the second test at Loftus back in the day.
Wow.
I mean, what test it was, and to tell you that there's like 2009, I was actually not a professional rugby player, and I signed my first deal with the Bulls. So between the 2 Lions series, which is 12 years, I basically made a rugby career out of it. So it was quite interesting and quite sad because I had tickets. I had tickets for like 6 games to go and watch now, and then
My goodness.
would have been my holiday.
Oh, we could have had you in studio.
Yeah, man, I could have had a free freaking microwave as well.
Yeah, so you never got to play. I mean, it is special. I mean, I've argued with people. For me, I find it more special than a World Cup, but okay, whatever. People can have what they want. Once every 12 years is, like you say, you would have been there if it had come in your time, but it just, when were you born? So
Yeah,
it's coming up. Have you been keeping an eye on stuff? I mean, do you keep?
I do. I mean, I'm still a massive rugby fan.
Awesome.
If you should probably not admit this, but if you want to spoil me, you just leave me alone on a Saturday, and I can watch rugby from 8 till 8. And then what?
Hey.
And not by being anal about anything. It's just I enjoy it. I enjoy the skill that's involved with it. I enjoy the different tactics of team. And then, just seeing the monsters running around these days on the field, it's incredible.
Dude, you're 120 kilograms. What are you talking about? Oh, the monsters. You.
Slow. I'm a slow monster.
Slow monster.
I mean, you were the guy that, by the way, just so you know, like, you know what's happened now is you've gone to Cambridge, got a little soft. You're the guy everyone was saying. Look at that monster, by the way. Just so you know, you were the guy, as a rugby fan, I used to go, who's that guy in the black scrum cap? Put him on in a green shirt because we're going to just flatten humans.
True.
Just so you know. So, hey, it's good. You've lived my life a little bit. It's like, whoa. Because now they're playing wing at your size, just so you know.
Mate, it's incredible. It's incredible. coming to France, and you have such a multicultural team, and you have these Fijian oaks running around. That 125 kgs ripped to shreds, running faster than our wings. It's just, oh my word!
That is,
and also the Colbys of the world.
Yeah.
If I had to defend Colby now, I would break all my knees.
Great way to get into it. Springboks Lions. It's for real now. It's here. It's incredible what the human beings can do. When we really get into it, is they're now going to have it in the bio bubble. Obviously, all 3 tests in Cape Town, but it's still a Lion series. It's still special, no matter what we say. Obviously, we'd love to have all the fans here, but the world is as it is, not how we want it to be. We're here now. Your thoughts on the first test, Jimbo? Let's bring up. Let's start with the Lions. The Lions setup. I don't know if you've kind of seen what their lineup is, and I'd love to know what you think Warren Ball's going to do.
Yeah, to be honest, is like I don't know. I had the team somewhere. Yeah, now I lost it. I'm just looking forward to. There's a Funamava playing for the Lions.
Duhan, they call him.
It's like representing. We are everywhere. you know, I'm very much patriotic about the Springboks for obvious reasons. So I did very little looking at the Lions, and when South African A team beat them, you know, it was just they actually looked very under par, for lack of a better word. What Warren Gatland would be up to, I've no idea. If he's gonna do normal Welsh tactics of just boring everyone to death, you know, is that what he's gonna try? I do think in the Springbok side we do have the arms in the chest to actually defend that, you know, and that's where like Graham Smith actually makes a very interesting choice and a very good choice for me in that sense. It's because, you know, as much as he is a forward, he is very exciting with ball in hand, and something the Lions might not actually expect.
I agree. We've got some X factor, and what's awesome is we can bring that sort of firepower off the bench as well. I mean, you're looking at that side. I can't see. I'd like to know what you think, but I've always wanted to know what makes our guys sort of. I want to put it this way: is that we've got that savagery element in us as the Springboks. I'm never scared of anybody, and I don't know if it's because guys like you are growing up in the Ko-Bokkeveld and in Bloem where it's -10 and your parents force you. Oh, sorry, that is a slightly disrespectful. But by the way, middle of the desert, probably shorts on in winter. This is the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lack of water. We agree on that. Yeah.
The current 3 degrees that we experienced last night, still shorts.
Yeah. No.
Absolutely.
No, that's summer. That's summer for because listen, a lot of people think the desert, Flip, obviously we sophisticated people, we know this in the desert, is you don't want to be in the desert at night. You do not want to be in the Kalahari at like
no clouds
and just freezing. I may be wrong.
They do add that they sometimes wear 2 shorts.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
But yeah, it will stay short.
But the physicality, dude. Like, where do we? What do you think it can't be a mistake? Is it because we're South African? Is it because what do you think it is that gives us? Because everyone talks about our physicality, and what do you think it comes from?
Well, it's obviously genetics as well. I mean, we are not small people. The way we play rugby from a young age is not to be the most skillful. You know, we just basically try and run over each other and beat each other, and then you know you should not look away from the fact that, you know, South Africa is a tough country. You know, it's not in any state where you get everything given, and you know, if your food is a little bit cold, you can cry and your mommy sues the school. You know, it's like it's tough to grow up in South Africa.
Yeah.
And I think that goes a long way where, you know, South African players and people in general are just tougher than the other ones, and that's why you see everywhere they go they are successful in some way or another, and because we can grind. And you know, when the going gets tough, there's the South African there is solving the problem. So, you know, I would draw it back to that. I would just draw it to like the experiences we live in South Africa is of such a way that we grow up tough, and we are tough, and we are so diverse. I mean, you look at that team and you take where every one of them grew up. It's everywhere. There's like a little bit of toughness that comes through, and to arrive and finally be a Springbok. Yeah.
And from a slightly more tactical side, what are you thinking? I mean, we're looking at that. I don't know. You got the team there, but it's Colby at right wing, Mapimpi on the left, Leroux, Dialande, Pollard, and then de Klerk in the back line. Kwagga at 8, as you said. Just an android at number 7, and Peter Steph du Toit. Sia, of course, our leader, Etzebeth, Mostert, Nyakane, Mbonambi, Che. There's no short of physicality there. What are you thinking? What's the game breaker here? And you can kind of let me know what you're thinking the result may be.
Yeah. I still, you know, that Etzebeth, the toy combination, you know, of just kind of break everything in their way. You must also remember, like, these guys, for like, what are we now, 2 years, how long they haven't played if you're a rugby player, there's that little sadistic way of you have to heard something to feel better about yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Which they didn't get the opportunity to do, you know. So, you know, I think there's a lot of them like foaming at the mouth to ready to get into. So,
Yes.
but that's not very tactical at all. Sorry, that was your question.
It's a part of it.
But,
Attitude's a part of tactics.
Attitude is, you know, everyone's got a plan until they get hit. Isn't that the famous saying? I do like the front row. I'm a big Ox fan. You know, it's by accident that we've had the big Osterrand and now we've got the big Oxen chair.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so that's where you want to go. And I like the front row. I would like to see what they can do. Probably big question marks. Would they be fit? Would they be able to shuffle the Lions around for 80 minutes that, you know, have had a couple of games on the trot? At the back, I mean, probably the most exciting back line you could choose. Like if any coach can ask for that. You see the little mongrel Faf was getting stuck into in that game. You just like his energy around. And I think the other ones, like the calmness of Dalende looks sharp in the South African A game. You know, Mapimpi just give him the ball. So I think, again, as I said, they have a Fanamava in the back line. I think it's a massive mismatch against Colby. I think that guy is not going to, you know, he's obviously going to be proud playing South Africa, but he's going to have restless nights. I also might touch wood here, but bringing back Alan Wynne-Jones, you know, Magic Man recovery.
What's going on there? I mean,
I don't know. I think it was a bit of a Braveheart move, you know.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to work over here. I think the whole fact that there's no crowd actually takes a lot of emotion out of the game.
Yeah.
And then you literally match player for player, and you go skill versus skill. And I just think we have a little bit of an edge on him. I just think we have a little bit of an edge on him. What they can get us is in terms of experience, like literally playing minutes. They played a lot together. They've been together for a long time. You know, we've had 2 games against Georgia as well. Georgia weren't as good. South African A, obviously, we saw some moments of brilliance. And then obviously, you know, if it doesn't work the second test, we can just select the bull side and then let them go play.
Oh, man. So you, like, for me, because I was trying to go through it, I don't, as you said, I just don't see where they outdo us in terms of man for man, in terms of physicality. Honestly, I think we want to make a statement here because they've also been talking a little bit of smack in the press, and you know, Warren Ball, old Gatland, he likes to play the sort of mind games, but and our guys, like you said, pent up anger, and they probably heard some of these suggestions from them, and I can't see how we lose certainly the first and the second test. I just don't.
Yeah, well, that would be the aim. just don't lose the first 2, and then we're fine.
We'll be all right. Just coast like we did last time.
Yeah. You know, obviously, as I say, it is such a special event, and obviously the Lions are there for a reason because they are the best players in Europe at the moment, or in that part of Europe.
Yeah.
And it will be a hell of a game. It will be a hell of a game. There's a lot of guys that as to prove themselves again in the box jersey. You know, Will Kulisi, you know, has he had enough game time? Is he fit? You know, is that knee of his gonna keep up? You know, is he gonna have the you know, the mental awareness of being a leader all the time, and you know, handling the ref and handling tough situations and making the right decision. That's the, you know, that's the little questions you could ask. But yeah, as you said, man for man, I do think we should.
You spoken to any of the guys? Have you got a little inside scoop for us? You want to break any news about is Itzebeth? Has he just been lifting motor cars in his backyard and just ready to let it to unleash?
I'm just imagining it like that guy probably does like 400 push-ups before bedtime.
Yes.
I mean, he looks enormous. He looks enormous. But no, unfortunately, you know, I'm as far away as you guys are from them. You know, I'm probably the age of the coaches by now. So. But no, you know, you don't need an inside scoop to see how these guys are when they're around each other, how they enjoy each other's conversation, and how they build each other up. I think that is that is a big thing in that South African A game. There was a moment where Damien Dalande passed the ball and just sprinted flat out to almost cut the other guy off. You know? And that is something you do if you really care for the guy next to you. That is not something you can coach. Well, you can tell your players. You know, I do think every coach this week has done that to their team.
Yeah.
But that is something you do if you really, really care for your team. And that's the little things you need to see to know that these guys will be all right.
I love that, because I always tell people, you know, when I played sport, even in high school, I've never been in a good team that didn't get along. Like I've never been in a successful team, and I've been really fortunate to be in some really, really good ones. But the teams that were terrible, we didn't get along. Like there was whatever, everyone, it was about egos and individuals. But when everybody just got along, it took everything to another level. So you think that's a real thing, huh?
I do think they get along well, and you can in the press they build each other up, and no one takes the shine on themselves, you know. And it's something that makes you jealous. It's something that makes you jealous, and as soon as you're jealous of another team, you know they're doing it right. They're running around with smiles on their faces, and I mean, it's like back when Bakkies Botha was in the frame, and if he smiles, you know something's not right. And that's the thing. So I think, as you said, I agree with you. All the successful teams, they get along with each other, and that's the base of it all.
Before I let you go, I'll let the boys ask you a question, but I've got one more. You were part of like a dynasty with the great Heineke Meyer. You know, Rassie Erasmus, is there anything you see kind of in how Rassie's operating that you think was part of Heineke? Because success is really, it often looks the same. Are you seeing anything in Rassie that you remember from your days when you guys were basically just, you know, in cricket you get the light roller and you get the heavy roller. The Bulls for sort of 4 or 5 years when you were there, they were just the heavy roller, just over everyone. Just don't even bother pitching up. And by the way, everyone knew that Anton Leonard is going to carry it, and then we're going to take the line out, and then we're going to maul it from our own 22 over your try line. And there was nothing anyone was doing about it. And nothing.
Simplicity is key. Exactly.
Yeah. No, Anton Leonard, just a scrum cap. And don't worry, guys, I'm the captain. We're going to just maul it from everywhere. In fact, don't even worry about the kickoff. Straight out of the tunnel, we're doing a maul from there. And it's 7-0. That was that dynasty. But the greatness of Heineke Meyer, and I love what I'm seeing with Rassie, the way he's handling, we live in a country where you have to be more self-aware as the coach, because it isn't coaching in New Zealand or England. Rassie's dealing with the whole political spectrum. And 100%. To be clear, before anybody gets involved, I'm saying that Flip isn't. I'm saying it's very clear what Rassie has to deal with. We know that. Are you seeing any sort of resemblance in the greatness?
The thing is, I was very lucky to work under Rassie when I was still a student at Coffee's. You know, he did that 2005 when he just first won it. 2004, he just stopped rugby and went straight into coaching. And Rassie is so far ahead of his time. He was just, and that's the biggest factor. They don't know. Him and Jacques came from those days. Jacques was Rassie's physio, treated him, and then literally came through the ranks. Came through the ranks with Rassie, so they know each other so well. So these little, people thinking it's actually Rassie coaching next to the field, and that is the biggest BS. They actually know each other, and I think they like in each other's minds already. What do you call that beautiful word when you think for each other? Anyway,
telepathic.
Exactly, telepathic. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Cambridge, eh?
I mean, maybe let's. I want to see the bank accounts, maybe. Anyway, I'm not saying.
But even in those days, Rassie was so far ahead of
yellow light, red light. I remember that.
Exactly, you remember that?
Yeah, yellow light, red light. I'm sitting in the stands.
Yeah. Taking decisions out of the players' hands. You just do simple tasks, do it very well. That is the thing. And repetition. Back in those days, you had one move and you ran it like 40 times in a day. That was to be absolutely perfect. And his hard on being or having an attitude, having a big attitude. Like if you, no matter what size you are, you're gonna tackle a guy from the front, and he can run over you. But if you're in front of him, he's gonna fall anyway. So he's got a very big drive on attitude. So it does not surprise me that his approach to coaching still stays the same through it all. I mean, he was very successful when he coached Stormers. He was very successful when he went to Munster. I think because of this simple philosophy of just breaking it down into the facts that we're working with and working with what they have in front of their eyes. That's why he navigates the political situation very well. Also, he doesn't make a thing of it. He puts the fact on the table. He addresses them as they are. I've maybe not seen anything, or I maybe ignored it, but there never has been any situation around Rassie. Never had I don't know who is the sport minister these days. Don't even know.
Who cares? Don't worry about it. We got Rassie.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
No, if you don't have Fikile coming and having to speak with the coach and having to finger with selections and stuff like that, because he's literally just choosing the best guys in each position.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of you can call it whatever you want, but these are the best guys in South Africa. They are currently the best guys in the world.
Absolutely.
For that matter, and I think he's a brilliant manager. He's a brilliant manager of people, brilliant communicator. Only have good things to say to him. So I definitely think he is creating that dynasty that's going to last a very long time between him and Jacques Nienaber. I do think they are creating something very, very special. And even the good thing is the people they form out of it, you will see it's a bit of the Pollards of the Faf, they become the next coaches.
Yeah, better men.
Exactly. And the way he forms people to be the best versions of themselves, I think that is how you really create a dynasty. Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Didn't say a word about Heinke Meyer, by the way, the guy who kind of built the dynasty. Didn't say a word about him.
Yeah, but no, I don't think. Sorry. That's what I was getting at this time. I don't think he copy pasted anything of Heineke that much.
Oh.
As too much. He's literally just been working. He's been working on himself, and as I said in 2005, don't forget he was the guy that beat Heineke in that Currie Cup final.
Wow. Bashing his own. Okay. No, because you know what I was going to do there? I was going to try and sensationalize it and maybe build a story to say Cambridge graduate, hates his old coach, but that's not true.
Yeah, but also you don't have to be that guy.
No, well,
exactly.
I'm in the content business. Whatever little angle. Fuff, listen to what I'm saying. Flip, sorry, that was a lot of Fs. Fuff, we're winning. Sorry. Listen, boys, you got a question? You're going to talk to either Senzo or James here.
You're up first.
Oh, okay. Flip, I've just got mine's a bit of a two-part question. So, who is the toughest opponent you've played from a physical standpoint and from a tactical and skill-wise standpoint?
Yeah. Okay. Just Senzo. The Crusaders away. As a unit, it's difficult to take one guy. Yes, you had the Carters, you had the Whitelocks and McCaws and whatever, but playing the Crusaders away is so tough. It's like literally, it was back when we played, it was literally just impossible to beat it. We went into, I think it was 2010. The year the Bulls won the Super Rugby, we went to play there, and we were as prepared as we could have been. Mm-hmm. And it was the year of the big, not the hurricanes, the big earthquakes in.
Oh yes, Christchurch.
In Christchurch, remember? And the whole stadium flooded, and we went to play in Timaru or something like. Mm-hmm. It's like going to play in Kukanapa. There's like nothing there. and we were. This is it. Are we gonna smash them now? There's no freaking horses running around, and these guys they've had their days now. And we got beaten 28-0.
Jeez.
And we were lucky to get 0.
Clean, eh?
It's like, I don't know if you've done anything. Milelo, you did love sport, you would know. But you do some sort of exercise and then next day you just hurt.
Yeah.
That hurts for like 4 days afterwards. It's tough, yeah.
That sounds brutal.
Yeah, that is. Jimbo, what you got?
Yeah.
So you've obviously had many memorable moments in your career. What would you say is the most sort of spine tingling moment as a Springbok?
Ooh, it's probably that first call. When they tell you, it's sort of you try and catch out who's making a joke here.
Yeah.
You know? And they give you a call. A guy called Charles Wessels he was in control back then. He was reaching out to me, and I was on holiday in Namibia. Obviously just having water.
Yeah, no, good.
Relaxing.
Got to keep
and this
hydrated.
guy calls me, and I was so far away from that setup back then. I had no idea that it could even be a possibility. And I think that's still a moment. If I think back, this stays surreal. Because the day of your first test, there's so many things that you remember going through. It just goes past so quickly. I even managed to get a yellow card in my first test.
Nice.
Yeah.
An
So
enforcer.
it's not as spine tingling as you think it could be.
Yeah.
And then something that pretty much gets up there was John Smith's 100th test.
Okay.
Not speaking about the result, but we played at Soccer City, FNB. What is it called these days? I don't know.
FNB Stadium.
FNB Stadium.
FNB Stadium, and there were 100,000 people, and singing the national anthem there, mate.
Ooh.
Tell you,
imagine.
you'll never keep your South African citizenship if you just think about it. Like, so good.
I've actually always wondered when I've seen the Springboks run out at like World Cups and stuff, and they sing the national anthem. Like, I get goosebumps myself watching it, and I've always wondered how it feels for the players on the field. To,
How do you guys
sing
keep
for
it
their
together?
country.
Yeah, no, I mean it gives you that little edge. I think one of the biggest things is when you go play in Twickenham, and you get those guys, living their best lives in London, shit weather, and they get to watch the Springboks and they sing that anthem, and they just forget about everything. They forget it and they just sing. We're doing it for these 5 guys in the corner there. And so it is, it definitely gives you that little edge that you need. The national anthem stays a very special thing.
Sure.
That's good stuff. By the way, where you say you were in Namibia and like they just gave you a call? Obviously, you've got you're rehydrating with that pH 8 water, and it was just, hey, by the way, do you want to pop home and play a game in a green jersey, just like that?
It was actually, so it was end of the Super Rugby season. I obviously backed. Don't stigmatize me, but backed my Hilux, and we went.
Listen,
Your Hilux and your size 13s, huh?
Exactly.
I'm not saying- I'm not saying Duhan van der Merwe did get a Hilux exported from here just to keep it real, but I'm also not saying he didn't. Yeah. So, but I'm not stigmatizing. How much biltong? Okay, no, that's too much. That's too much of a stigma thing.
But anyway, so I got a call and they told me, listen, they're having a camp Monday in Cape Town. I was in Walvis Bay, just on the coast. So, and you sit there, you go like, okay, well, how the hell? It's a good 20-hour drive from there straight down. I literally put down my pH 8 and then went for a little nap, and 4 o'clock the next morning took off and drove straight through to Cape Town. I mean, that is
What a story.
It's atypical. Normally you sit in front of the telly, they announce your name, very exciting times. But I think this is pretty particularly good.
Amazing.
Wow.
Now, a more professional show would have actually stuck to the time that they said they were going to keep you for, because you got a flight to catch.
But it's only 5 o'clock, mate, so it's all good.
Can you tell us where you're going, or now that you obviously part of the Skull and Bone Society at Cambridge, where you guys run the world? Are you guys just meeting to decide where all of the money goes, or can you tell us where you go?
I'm actually going to get my brains. It's my graduation.
Oh, let's go! Let's go, pal!
Wait, I've got a thing. I don't think Flip will hear it, but our audience will.
Is it cheer? Yeah.
Oh, you got it. You deserve it. So so now it's official, huh?
Yeah, mate. So getting my Harry Potter outfit on tomorrow. And
Gryffindor.
Now,
Well, yeah.
that's awesome, dude. So I just want to say this. A friend of mine, his wife is doing her MBA at that other place. So you're obviously at the better place.
The dark place.
And no, he's at the other, the rubbish place. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, so he has a brilliant line. He says he's a co-MBA because she's doing her MBA and she just got graduated. So he's got co-MBA. I just want to say my father's an alumni of the same university. So I've always said I'm co-Cambridge. So really what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is Flip van der Merwe and I have so much in common. Flip, this is an awesome note to end off on, just to tell people that is...
We are basically twins, man.
No.
No.
Honestly, in the crime scene, they wouldn't know who to shoot.
Flip, he already has a big head. We can't inflate it more.
James, clip that. We're like twins.
Yeah.
Flip van der
I
Merwe.
literally have a big head.
Before you go, where can people catch you? And what are you actually graduating in, and what you're up to, just so people can know a little bit more about you before we let you go.
Yeah, so I'm graduating as a master in business administration. MBA is what it stands for. If you want to go Google it.
James will have to. He went to AFTA. He couldn't get into.
Yeah. Came a long way from the Kalahari to Cambridge. A good book title, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually.
And graduating and a real life has started a couple of months ago, and the soft cushiony life of education is gone now. You can't hypothesize anything anymore. You have to actually work now.
Amazing.
So busy grafting away, and every now and then I have my quick one-liners on Twitter, so people can find me there. And but also thank you to you guys. And Bulelo, I think it's the worst kept secret. I'm a big fan of what you guys do at Cliff Central Sport and Cliff Central generally as well. Enjoy your views and keep on keeping it real, man. That's what it's about.
Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, my twin brother and twin co-Cambridge MBA, the one and only former Bulls and Springbok legend, Flip van der Merwe. Flip, you're a legend, brother. Can't wait to catch up. Maybe if you're back next week after the rugby, after we win 55-10, see if we can catch up with you and your thoughts on the game, if you can. If not, we'll definitely...
Very happy to. I mean, look at my setup. Isn't this great?
Pro's pro. I mean,
Perfect, dude.
As a fellow sort of MBA... Cambridge guy, I understand you'd never let us down. You're an absolute legend.
Yeah, the one thing that's good about an MBA is you don't need to buy all these computer stands. Just use all your textbooks.
That's good stuff.
Keep piling it up. Flip, you're a legend. Let's let you go. Enjoy the flight, and you've earned it, and you're an inspiration. Enjoy the whole thing. Sometimes, high achievers like yourself, you don't enjoy it. This is the time. Enjoy it because you deserve it. You deserve every bit of it. And man, from the Kalahari to Cambridge.
I'd buy that book.
Amen. Flip, look after yourself, brother. Fly safe, and look forward to supporting you.
Cheers, guys. Keep well.
Cheers.
Flip van der Merwe, huh?
He's my new hero. I'm not going to lie to you.
Jeepers creepers.
Hectic guy.
How many people from now until we're all gone, till the dinosaurs come back or whatever's coming back, till when Elon Musk calls his people down to come and finish us off, how many people get to say, I'm getting on a flight, where are you going? It's my Cambridge MBA graduation. What?
My brains, bro.
That's incredible.
That's
dude.
just that. Yeah, that's
good stuff.
That's hectic.
That's what's happened. When you try, that's what happens.
Oh, we didn't ask him if he's vibes, dude.
I mean, you kind of saw it though.
He is vibes. He's 100% vibes. He's 1,000% vibes.
Into coffee, into education.
Okay, well, that's not the reason. He's
into
vibes,
rugby. No, but he's 3-dimensional. Like, I'm just into coffee. That's it.
And you have a big forehead.
Yeah.
And you're
It's called a forehead. But go ahead.
Yeah. I'll let you guys fight. Listen.
Potato, tomato.
Listen.
Which one's the right one?
Potato, tomato. They're two different.
That's the point.
Okay.
Tomato, potato. Potato, tomato.
Okay, must be a science thing or an after thing, but.
I'm done.
As a fellow Cambridge MBA graduate.
We're not going there.
Nope.
Not going to happen.
I'm a co-MBA
gonna
graduate.
happen.
Nope, we're
not
not
happening,
investing
man.
in this. We're
Not
not.
happening. We're not subscribing to
We
this.
refuse to invest.
You guys are not in, huh?
Nope.
Nah.
But listen, Cambridge doesn't let you types in anyway, so you wouldn't understand.
You types. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, but Flip,
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it means what
Are
it
you
means.
offended?
Yeah, it means what it means. And I would never get into a potato-tomato argument because, you know, when you get your MBA, you just,
Oh, you're next level.
well, you know. So
Okay.
that's what it is. Flip. What do you do? It's now when a guy's like that, maybe I should make a statue of him to put like somewhere. Like guys like that, people like that.
Yeah, it's
He's the guy you want to, just a reminder, it's like, you know, every now and then,
this is all, you haven't done anything in your life.
but every now and then, you know, we start to pat ourselves on the back as people.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've done so well and you deserve this and this and you deserve a rest or a break or whatever. You start to pat yourself on the back. You need that statue to remind you that not international rugby career and an MBA at one of the most revered institutions in the history of mankind. How about that, pal? Are you really trying?
Yeah.
So maybe I should I don't know what I'd make it out of.
He makes me feel insecure as a man.
He does, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're not doing enough, eh?
Yeah.
But
Like-
it's, yeah.
Yeah. It gives you perspective, like, geez.
He's funny too, which makes it worse.
It's a good reminder. You know, sometimes when you start to feel yourself, especially like I can only speak for guys, when you start to make a bit of money, you start to feel yourself.
Yeah, like you're a bit of a...
Yeah. But this
Big
is a
di-
good reminder. It's like,
That's it, bro. You really don't matter.
yeah, I've made money, but I'm also, if you want to go into UFC mode, I have been
I'm
there.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I'll meet you at the cauldron. Like, you don't have to dare me twice. I've been
I heard you
there.
the first time, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm there, but I'm already there. Here's the location. If it's going to pop off, I'll do that as well. And by the way, if you want to, I don't know, business admin, do you need to build a business model for, I don't know, Elon Musk's next rocket?
I got you as well.
Don't even worry about it.
Representing my country, like, bro, I've done it, bro. Whoa.
Yeah.
What have you done for your
I live in
country?
the south of France. That's where people go for movie festivals. They
Bro,
don't live there. No one lives there.
They are like, you know, like, yeah, this is so awesome. Well, I think I'm just going to stick around.
Do you ever been on Instagram just like 11 at night and you're just scrolling and it's Switzerland and it's like south of France is often on those because I like to look at he's living there. He's sick of it. Imagine I'm sick of
I'm
this
bored,
view.
yeah.
I'm sick of it. I got to go on a holiday from this.
Let me go see what normal people do.
It's unreal. I'm done.
Sorry, I can't do a full hour interview, guys. I'm just going to get on a plane to go to my graduation at Cambridge.
He's got to have done something wrong. I didn't find anything. I'm a bad journalist. Because
He did say in the ad break that he had ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, he
so
did.
there's potential for...
But maybe, who said maybe
Yeah.
maybe they did something wrong and he had to,
That's why I
he
said-
couldn't be associated with people like that.
Exactly.
That's why
That's
he
why I
had to
said
fire them. So, like,
That's why I said there's potential. I didn't say there was. Like,
but let's be honest, there isn't the potential. He leveled up and they probably, like, the relationships don't end when you level up like that. It's just you fall off. Like,
yeah.
the ex-girlfriends are probably decent people, but you can't do decent and that. You know what I mean? What a guy.
Good is not good enough.
Yeah.
I just feel so demasculated.
Hey, you know what must be a flex? Just
Yeah.
imagine him pitching up with his old man, and his old man's got that, that old school Springbok jumper.
Oh,
Flex at the bar.
I know what you're
But
going
the
to do.
real one.
Yeah,
bro.
no, because his dad played as a Springbok.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he's
his
doesn't have
dad's
the
wearing that
fan
one.
jersey,
No,
it's the real
no, the one I
bro.
wore. He's
Yeah.
got the one he wore, and there's
Flippy.
pitches up. Probably no, he's business suit guy now.
Oh,
But that's
yeah.
what they do. He'd pitch up in NBA with the little what do you call the pin, like the Cambridge pin on
on
his
his lapel.
yeah.
Yeah.
quadruple XL length suit. 198
Yeah.
custom.
Jesus,
That's got to
bro.
be custom made. You don't get the standard. Hey, you don't just pull off a 19. He's got a Quibus Visa shop. Hey, so that's where he gets it.
He's also probably got mad broad shoulders because he's a rugby player, so it has to be custom made.
Yeah, the best tailors are the Arabic guys. He's probably got an Arabic tailor on call. You know what I mean? Hey, Khalid, come through, pal.
Khalid, I love
We on. Khalid knows already. All right,
He knows, like,
Mr. Wandermover, I'm there. Let's do this thing.
Wandermover.
South of France, off to Cambridge, and then the Bali pulls in. His dad probably goes there. Imagine, the Afrikaans shorts, James. Those PT shorts.
the white
The,
ones.
Yeah. Kortbroek. They don't call them
Yeah.
shorts. Kortbroek.
Kort
So-
Brucke.
Here's
I
the
need to
flex.
call them T-Savs.
Here's the Instagram flex. That whole vibe, his dad, that box shirt original. By the way, I wore this. Smashed people on the rugby field.
Yeah,
Here's my son. Yeah.
in his
It's the second coming.
in
This
his
smell.
in his fellies.
Yeah. And by the way, his brother is also 5-star. Big time business guy. Imagine all three of them By the way, he's the smallest in his family.
That's ridiculous.
Imagine
wait-
them flexing on the beach there, south of France. just
Him
walking.
and his dad only played rugby professionally, right?
Yeah.
Or was it like a whole?
No.
family thing?
The brother is just a business guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So flex. Imagine all three of them just out here looking like the Avengers walking on the beach, south of France.
Avengers assemble, bro.
Ah.
Or just
That's the way. Hey, that's the way you want it. Imagine how proud the Bali is.
that's the kind of squad deep you want to run.
Yeah.
People say you got to run squad deep. That's the squad deep you got to run. Deep.
You know who you shout out there is the parents.
Yes.
Is how do you get two sons uber successful and you were also a bok, so it wasn't like you weren't busy.
What 501s are going on there? You know what I mean?
It's a lot happening.
Crazy.
Do you see what I did there?
I do see. Yeah,
Jeans.
I got you.
501s.
It's a Levi's thing. James,
Anyway.
James Ilsley. All right, Jimbo.
Yes.
Listen, we would have done social media. Should we take some comments? I mean, there's people watching. Maybe they got some thoughts on Flip Wanderbever.
Sure.
That guy's, he's hilarious.
Jesse Randolph says, Mlelo, I always hear you speak of different countries you've been to.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get the opportunity? Parents, school, sports, or work?
Early on, parents lived overseas. So the greatest thing that ever happened in my life was my parents got divorced. So number one, 2 Christmases. Number 2, they both moved around the world. So that made life great. And then I played football when I was really young, and I earned more money than I deserved for about 2.5 years. That bought me a short little window in my first half of my 20s to really live. And then I ran out of money and I was a bum.
As
So
one does.
a little bit of parents, purely because of work. And then it's tough to say. I mean, my old man lived overseas since I was young. So, but I'd say all of my adult travel was me. Because from when I was 18, I earned my own money. So yeah, half and half. And also the money, yeah, my parents stopped when I left. It was a bit of a situation how I left. So things weren't exactly smooth, shall I say. They weren't exactly enthused that I was going overseas. I'll put it that way. I'll leave it at that. So yeah, my adult travel, I guess, has been me.
Wasn't
99.9%. Because my mom and I were great, and she was still living in Switzerland in my better years. So a little bit of travel with her, on her, you know? Yeah, I'm saying.
in my better years.
Not me.
Hope that answers the question.
Yes. Stefan, still not sure which one it is.
Steven.
It
Stevie.
could be Stefan.
No,
No.
it's Stephen.
No.
It could be,
This
guys.
is how you spell Stephen in the Bible, dude. It's Stephen.
But
James.
then what about the V-E-N?
Yeah, that's you new age people.
That's...
This
No.
could be Stefan, Steven,
What's his surname?
Actually,
Brooks.
Stephen.
Stephen.
Anyway, the look they gave one another after hearing 40 incidences could have resulted in jail time. That's us, by the way.
No. I wasn't giving a look because it was nothing shocks me like these days because people are. No, I'm not shocked. Like, not that I'm not shocked. Sorry, I'm putting this thing very badly. I'm
That's
phrasing this.
polar opposite things that you're saying there.
Yeah, sorry.
You're in a Royal Rumble against yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. Let me start this again. No, it wasn't because I was shocked or like I was disgusted or whatever. It's just like, oh, okay.
Oh, you should be disgusted. I did some disgusting things.
I
Whoa.
was shocked. I'm not going to hide it. I was shook as, bro. 40 times.
Maybe more. Listen, I was from the reason sport didn't work out from around. I think if I wasn't genetically gifted, I would have been probably kicked out of school in matric. From around 17, I would say, I started to show tendencies.
But you got it out your system, though. I mean,
Yeah, no, but I mean, I took it there. I took it. I mean, if we have friends, who would tell you even after, because when I was really wilding out was when I still had the money, and then I was broke. I was still living like I had the money, and then I became my friend's problem. And some of the people that were 100 for me, and the guy I told you earlier were just like, okay, kind of things. They kind of they know what I'm like, so they kind of saw it through. But I mean, there's going through a phase, and there was like the level of douchebaggery I was.
it is what it is, bro. I mean,
I was out of hand.
But
James, 40 might be an under exaggeration. Come to think of it,
That's incredible
no,
stuff.
maybe I can't tell that story, but I've done some stuff. And also just like in the middle of nowhere, I remember, so my mother was a diplomat. I was in New York. And so for those who don't know, the UN is in New York. It's the head office.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up. So what happens if you're the child of a diplomat is you get security with you, right? So whatever you do. Anyway, over there, I remember like waking up having no idea where it ended up. I mean, like, I'm in New York now. Like, my mom's busy as well. My mom's like cranking. Like, my mom still to this day just cranks, no sleep. Just at it, boom, bang, boom, all the time, helping someone, doing this. Like, I don't know how she and she's not great at organizing her time. She's a empath, you know.
Oh yeah,
I just don't know where she fits it in.
Yeah.
But okay, fine, whatever. That's her problem. I've told her that. Wake up in the middle of like some massive house or apartment or whatever in New York, and I get up, and I just like, okay, because anything could happen there. Like, New York's an animal city. It's savages, right?
Yeah.
Wake up, and I just like, what am I doing in that situation? Why am I in that situation? Anyway, I walk downstairs, the security details outside. Like, that's the kind of things that saved me. But I've got no clue what I was in there. I mean, what if this is a bunch of cokeheads, and I was in there, hammered, trashed.
Or you're in a trap house like of Colombian drug lords.
Yeah, I could have been anywhere. The state I was in by myself, young, in New York. What's going on, pal?
Like, you're in an English-speaking country.
And that's just like, that's some of the lighter stuff. You know,
Okay.
like we really, when I lived in Russia, it was.
Yeah, but like,
I pushed it. And even here, even in South Africa.
It is what it is, bro. I mean,
you know, so, c'est la vie, you know? C'est la vie.
It is, bro.
And we all pay, listen, you got to pay the piper sometime. And it's cool. It's cool. It's what I did. And c'est la vie.
I don't know.
C'est la vie. What else we got, Jimbo?
Jesse Randolph says, I love this show.
Awesome. We love that he loves the show.
It's
exactly.
Great stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
LB the Sappho says, did I miss the show?
No, you didn't at that time.
You are in the right place at the right time.
No, when you're typing that, it means you're actually, it's during the show.
Exactly. Lofense says they looked at each other like, and then there's a shocked emoji.
Like,
people caught it, bro.
oh, well.
Oh, hey, it was organic.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Kutle says, can't underestimate Itoje, Wyn Jones, and Laws Gatland is probably trying to match us up physically.
Sure, but come on.
LB the Sappho says, for flip sakes.
Oh, he didn't say that.
No, but that
FFS.
Yeah, he did say FFS, but it's for flip sakes because Flip was on the show.
You don't have to go further.
I've also flipped it around because
you can't. Yeah, exactly.
No, you're.
Well done, James.
Yeah.
He said,
what a human being you are. I'd take anything for the technology, just 15 minutes in James's head.
Honestly.
It'd be such
It must be so wild.
It's a wild ride.
It must be a trip, eh?
I'd give anything. Honestly, I'd drink I'd say I'd probably drink a cup of re-coffee. That's the price I'm willing to pay.
It's a wild place, guys.
Damn it. Can anybody make that happen?
LB the Sap says, for flip sakes, I missed the interview. Keep politics out of sport. Don't forget Jacques, a defensive genius.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Flip spoke about John Smith's testimonial, he said, when Smith should have
100th cap
started
testimonial.
That one. We lost the game because he got beat on the outside. And then he said, congratulations, Flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what? Well, that's annoying.
He's saying
for graduating.
No. I'm saying it. That's not very concise. He's done 7 great things. I'm angry at myself.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm saying for what he's done so much. I get what he's saying.
Yeah.
So LB is completely right. That's me going at myself. Nobody's ever going to have to say congratulations to me. This guy's done so much. Do I hate Flip Van der Merwe now? I'm not sure.
No.
I hate myself.
You do.
That's
you are also, I don't think intimidated is the word. You are
emasculated and other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm ehuminated.
Yeah.
I just made a word up.
Inhumid.
Yeah. The 360-degree sort of picture of being human. I've gone from Cerebro, shout out to those who know that from X-Men, to a tennis ball. I'm the tennis ball.
Cerebro to the tennis ball. That's genius. That's genius.
Michelle Rickson says, awesome show today. That's Mother Rickson, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
No, because people are throwing out gems. People, you
Yeah.
know, throwing out quotables, giving solid life advice,
Good stuff.
which we may not take ourselves, but yeah.
Kia Betswe says, great show, gentlemen.
Thank you, Kia Betswe.
Otsile says, old Uncle Umbi was definitely out of hand.
Oh, yeah.
The more I hear, the more I'm like, what?
Nah, man, I'm not like, or what, man. People grow out of stuff, so like.
Not in a judgy way. I just mean like there's a lot I don't know about him.
No, you should. And yeah. Yes, there is.
There you go.
There is.
Michelle Rickson also said he played for the Bulls, of course. He's awesome. My mom actually supported the Sharks and then switched allegiances to the Bulls.
Because they were winning.
No, because she did a lot of work with the Bulls.
I
So
forgot.
she
I forgot to
all-
say it. She probably knows him.
Who, Flip?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you.
Well, if your mum did the whole, do you know when she worked at the Bulls? With the Bulls?
I don't think around the time Heineke Meyer was the coach.
2010. Well, no, she must have, because Heineke was the coach forever. You think after 2010, after the Jabulani Paul?
Yeah, no, it was after. It was
okay,
after
so-
the World Cup. I'm pretty sure.
Jabulani Paul. Remember that?
Bulani.
The last time.
The unsavable ball.
That was when.
Diego Forlan was the only guy who could kick it.
And that was the last time we qualified. Was when we hosted.
Yeah. Do you know what they used to call Diego Forlan?
What?
Diego the Vuvuzela silencer.
Oh,
Forlan.
let's go.
Imagine- I don't think he's allowed to show his face here. Him and Suarez.
But he's guilty by association.
Yeah.
No, Suarez also did Africa dirty.
Yeah,
right?
that's why.
No,
it's
that's
him
what
and
we're
Suarez,
saying.
yeah.
Guilty by association.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your boy Cavani as well, not welcome.
Yeah.
By association, Chief, they were a deadly combo, by the way. Suarez and
El Matador.
Yeah.
Asamoah Gyan is always welcome in South Africa for a hug.
he's looking large at the moment.
Yeah, because he's been earning all the money.
Sorry, Baby Jet. Have some respect. That's his rap name.
Don't lie to me.
Baby
Yeah,
Jet.
Do not lie to me.
Yeah.
Baby Jet.
Baby Jet.
Baby Jet.
Jet.
Shout
There's
out.
no-
No shot.
Yeah, Baby Jet.
There you go. Go on.
My guy.
Wait, where am I going?
There you go. Go, Baby Jet. Go on.
Baby Jet, dude. Real thing. Asamoah Gyan. But listen,
There's no shot.
I do think, you know what? Yeah, James'
Type in
face.
Asamoah Gyan rap name.
Yeah. No, Baby Jet, dude. It's a real
There
thing.
you go.
Do you know what? I feel for that, Africa should have sort of imposed a block on any Uruguayan. Because the problem with, you know why you have to do the right thing is, you know, when you shame yourself, you shame your family. Because
Oh, yeah.
as soon as people hear your surname, or when you do despicable, like imagine your surname Zuma now. Every time you're going to have to answer that question, right? Even if you're not related to him.
Yeah. So are you.
It's the way to feel pain is you have to make a community feel pain. So we should have blocked Uruguay from Africa just for 15 years.
Yeah, just young, but yeah. No, but the Uruguayan president, well, the old one, he's awesome though.
I'm not interested. You know, it's like
No, but he's a good actor.
if I shame my family, nobody wants to be around my parents because you know how we do it. It's listen, the sins of the father, they say. You know, it's a metaphor. James. It's not about the father.
But are you surprised that Suarez does stuff like that?
He's a cannibal, so
No,
absolutely
and he
not.
played for Liverpool, so.
Oh, James, I was going to go cannibal. He made it personal with you a little bit there. He did try and maybe also. Hold on. Nobody ever defends, because now we defend everything, right?
Sure.
Nobody ever defends the rights of cannibals. What if he's into Serbian meat and it wasn't readily available in England? at the
Serbian
time?
meat, Italian meat.
He's into cuisine. International. He's international.
He's into international flavors.
Yeah, he's a man of the globe.
A man of the globe. Oh, he's a man of the globe. And then with what he did with Evra and, all that.
Well, I mean, listen, the talented ones are prickly.
He's finding excuses for everything.
Give us some outro music.
Wait, we got one more. We got.
We have a comment.
Otsile says, please leave Bafana comments out of sports.
No, but speaking of which, those guys, we're currently playing Japan.
Having said that, well, it's not Bafana. Having said that, don't worry about us leaving Bafana out of sport. They leave themselves out.
Yeah, well, as I was saying, we're currently playing Japan
Score?
at the Olympics. 0-0, 50 minutes.
All right, Jimbo, let's have outro music. 0-0. So, do we still not know the nickname for our under-23 team?
Well, I think they
So, here's my favorite part. Did Sassol buy
say-
Amakluk?
said, listen, bring it back.
Oh, it's a part of the brand.
Yeah, bring it
So,
back. give it back.
So there's no, they just the under 23 national team of the Republic of South Africa now. Is that who
It
they are?
is, bro. It's so dull, bro.
Wait, I'm on the Wikipedia page for the under 23 team.
And
I'm gonna tell you in a second.
they probably don't, like you said, Senzo made a great point before James tells us if they have a nickname yesterday. Is, you know, for those who don't understand South African culture, and I would imagine it's the same everywhere, but a big thing in South African football when the fans go past the "we love you," past "adore you," and you become an idol, is a huge part that's infused into South African football culture is a nickname, right? And if you don't have a nickname,
Yeah.
Senzo put it beautifully yesterday. It's because our South African players aren't doing it right now, and that's the way to do it. Is when I think Helman Mkelele, I don't actually think of his name. I think Midnight Express.
Exactly.
You're right. Like,
John Shoes, Musho.
you never say then that 96 AFCON winning team.
Like-
you never think of. I don't just say Neil Tovey. I say you're not. Or if I do, and I'm
Bro,
around
you-
the real ones, they say Mokoko.
You even went far. Dr. Kumalo.
16 V.
But
That's how
Doctor,
it goes. Yeah.
Doctor is not his name.
Two nicknames.
Exactly.
16,
People, I bet you most people don't know what Dr. Kumalo's first name is.
I don't.
It's Theophilus.
That's awesome.
What?
Greek.
What? Say it again?
Theophilus.
Theophilus.
Yeah. Or Theophilus.
Yeah.
You want me to say it like that?
All right. This is the MKT Show. Ladies and gentlemen, a sports show which discusses sport. That's how we're ending it. Ladies and gentlemen, get the podcast, cliffcentral.com, or if you have a cell phone, you know where you listen to podcasts, the MKT Show. It is a sports show. For now, we're going to be the hell out of here.